At least we put this matter to bed. That's what she said. Or he said.
Snip, snap, snip, snap, snip, snap. I did. Okay. You've no idea the physical toll the 3 vasectomies have on a person.
I'm gonna have to saw your arms off.
They'll grow back, right?
Oh, yeah.
Woo. Precious Venus. Thank you.
Computers don't make errors. What they do on purpose. By now, your name and particulars have been fed into every laptop, desktop, mainframe, and supermarket scanner that collectively make up the global information conspiracy, otherwise known as the Beast.
Stop! Stop! He's already dead.
To start with about shipping, because I know a lot of fans were actually pretty invested in the idea of Natasha with actually either or both of you guys, and now obviously she's with Bruce. What do you guys make of that?
She's a slut.
I was gonna say something along that line.
Pretty horrible.
Trick, man.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women. Sex with men.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
I guess I'm here to send out the bat signal.
A bat signal, for listeners who might not know, refers to the children's character, the Bat Man, a strong gentleman who fights crime nocturnally.
For standing up for an LGBTQ2+ kid.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
What's going on, everyone? It's Nina Infinity. Welcome to my channel on this Wednesday night. Gonna do a little chill stream, relax, and talk about different topics with you guys. Lots going on in the news. Apparently, there's being peace established in the Middle East. Elon Musk is talking about buying TikTok, maybe, or something. TikTok might be gone, might not be gone. Nobody knows what's going on. Trump is going to be inaugurated in 5 days. I think Biden is live as we speak, talking about his departure or something like that. Lot of stuff going on. X is being censored. A lot of censorship stuff happening on X. Well, at the same time, Elon's talking about buying TikTok. Actually, I was going to bring up this thing that I saw earlier, and then I forgot to pull it up, by Laura Loomer. Oh, look at that. She got her little check mark back. I wonder what happened with this. There was something that she had posted, though, that I wanted to talk about, which was the X censorship stuff. It was kind of nuts. I was like, what is going on? And not very many people were talking about that. Let's see. I have to scroll through her feed for so long before I find what I was thinking of. Because she posts so often now. Let's see. Maybe I can find it through. Let's see if I can put X rules or something like that. Rules changed. I don't know. Because he changed the X rules for thee, but not for me. And things like that. But let's say a hello to the chat. What's up, Darren, mod extraordinaire? Spike Insanity is here. Who else is here? Mustafa is here. Hello, Mustafa. What's going on? Legit warning a Trump memoir too. Ooh, or legit wanting a Trump memoir. They said warning. Ooh, that would be interesting. And I'm sure there's other people there. Duke Willis is here. Saw One is here. Wow, Biden's still living, or is it AI? I think he's still living. Phoenix Knight is here saying greetings and good evening to everyone. Hello, David Gill. and everyone else in the chat. We are live on Rumble, X, and Twitter, or X, Twitter, Twix, and YouTube. So if you are across any of these three platforms, make sure you smash the like, share the stream, all the good stuff. We also have entertainment news to talk about. Apparently, the new Daredevil trailer was released, and I thought it was interesting. There was some other entertainment news. Neil Gaiman has been accused of some heinous stuff. Ooh, like really gross stuff. I don't know how deep we'll get into that, even if we'll get there, but that did also happen. So maybe we'll talk about it if the chat wants to talk about it. Really, tonight is going to be mostly about what you guys want to talk about, other than the topics I have, which is not that many. So we're just gonna go with it, see how it goes. And go from there. Christopher Miller says, missed you. Haven't been able to get on in a while. Well, hello. I miss you too. I missed all who have not been here in a while. So let's talk about first things first. I did have one more thing bookmarked for tonight, which was, I think, the Mr. Beast thing. Oh, this is weird. I just went on my own Twitter and it says like I'm live with the little like the circle. And I'm like, oh, I'm live. I can watch myself on Twitter. That's so weird. Oh yeah, they said like they're gonna like do the Gremlins again and like what's that other show? The Goonies. They're gonna have the Goonies again. Where was it? Oh, it was in my bookmarks. I bookmarked something for this TikTok situation with because Mr. Beast said he wants to buy it as well. So let's start with this video because I was like, oh, that's interesting. I've been hearing like a lot of whispers about it, all the people that want to buy TikTok now. So here it is.
Just got out of a meeting with a bunch of billionaires. TikTok, we mean business. This is my lawyer right here. We have an offer ready for you. We want to buy the platform. America deserves TikTok. Give me a seat at the table. Let me save this platform, TikTok.
Okay, so he basically doesn't have anyone at TikTok or anything. He's like literally like talking to TikTok, he's like trying to get an in. So he doesn't have an in. Like he basically like no one's listening to him. And he's like, please, TikTok, give me a seat at the table, please. Like, I'm important too. I'm Mr. Beast. Please, like, hear me out. This is my lawyer. This guy, he's your lawyer. He looks like 15. This guy looks like Doogie Howser, the lawyer. Like he's like, this guy's like, look at his haircut. This guy's his lawyer. Did I hear that right? Okay, I'm gonna watch this again because did I hear that right?
Just got out of a meeting with a bunch of billionaires. TikTok, we mean business. This is my lawyer right here.
This is my lawyer right here. That's what he actually just said. This is my lawyer right here. Okay. First of all, I feel if you're a lawyer, I feel like maybe you should get a better haircut. I mean, first things first. Let's get the haircut out of the way. Like you need something slick back, a nice look, professional. You don't want to look like you just got out of bed. You have bed hair. You still live in your mom's basement. Like you don't want to look like that, especially if you're going to like a meeting with like a bunch of billionaires. I don't know. You kind of want like the serious look, I feel like. And he looks like he's 15. He looks like Doogie Howser, the lawyer that just showed up. And he's like, I'm here with my briefcase. Oh my God, Darren, I was just thinking that too. He has a briefcase. He must be a lawyer. It's like, bro, like, how about you go get a proper haircut? It's, I mean, this is just, it's so ridiculous. It's like, I'm Mr. Beast. I have a lawyer. Pay attention to me. Wah. It's kind of funny when rich dudes do that. But really, the biggest contender, we all know, the biggest contender is Elon Musk. So this is from Variety here, saying TikTok calls report that China exploring sale of app to Elon Musk, pure fiction. Because I believe Bloomberg came out with an article earlier. I think they're going to talk about this in this. Why did they pick such a really bad picture of Elon Musk? They always make him look terrible. Like he looks autistic in this picture, which is not necessarily a bad thing. David Morris, I love you, Nina. I love you too, David. David, much love to you. Don't worry. Thinking of Father Ted every time I see your name. I'm like, Father Ted. I have to watch more of it. Love you too, bro. Thank you for being here. And thanks for the love. Always appreciate you. So here we go. The autist has spoken. TikTok denied a report that China is looking at potentially facilitating a sale of the app to tech billionaire Elon Musk to keep TikTok operational in America among looming U.S. government ban. Okay, let's pause right here. I'm gonna throw this at the audience before we kind of go on, because I guess I should have kind of gotten a gauge about what you guys think about this ban to begin with. I personally don't like bans. So are you guys for the TikTok ban or against? Because I personally don't like bans and I don't like censorship. I think porn should be regulated for sure. Like definitely. Obviously, CP should be banned. Like those things. We're not talking about those things, but just regular TikTok, regular, videos and things like that. I'm not for censorship. I'm not for, stopping, banning things like that. Now, I do realize that TikTok is a terrible place where a lot of terrible things happen. But I also personally use TikTok, like the good TikTok for my Infinite Hope stories. And I have, I've found a lot of great content on TikTok that has to do with helping people. And there's a lot of people that actually do help people through TikTok by making them GoFundMes and spreading it. And then other people find the video. And then it's like, I mean, if you guys have ever watched any of my Infinite Hope content, you know how much TikTok, helps people just generally speaking. So it's a double-edged sword, really. If you think about it, I'm not really into censorship. So it's a really difficult topic in that sense, because I'm not for censorship, but I also recognize how terrible TikTok is. But I don't think that it should be banned. I also think anytime you ban anything, it makes people want it even more. I mean, this is what happened with like the alcohol ban, in the United States, the prohibition. People have learned maybe banning it doesn't necessarily work. What's up, Teresa? Good to see you, my friend. Hello. It's been a minute. I hope you're doing good. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Teresa. And everybody else in the chat as well. If you haven't seen me and I haven't seen you, Happy New Year. We're day 15, 5 days to the inauguration. Hello. But yeah, so I'm kind of against the censorship when it comes to that kind of stuff. On Monday, Bloomberg reported that Chinese officials are evaluating a potential option that involves Elon Musk acquiring the U.S. operations of TikTok if an American law goes into effect that would require parent company ByteDance to divest its TikTok stake or effectively ban the app in the U.S., the Bloomberg report cited anonymous sources. Well, that's always kind of weird when they do that. China. It's okay. If Elon wants to buy the app, it's okay. We'll make it great. We'll make it the greatest app ever. It'll be called X Talk because we're so original with our names. We can't be expected to comment on pure fiction, a TikTok rep said in reply to Variety's request for comment. Now, here is, I feel like that's a little bit of smoke and mirrors, because they kind of said the same thing during the whole sale for Twitter. When Elon was going to buy Twitter, there was all these all these sources and commentators being like, that's not happening. There's no way. Elon Musk is not buying Twitter. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh yeah, it's sold. It's over. X-Pac? Did I just say X-Pac? Oops. No, I said X Talk because that's what Elon is gonna call TikTok if he buys it. He's gonna call it X Talk because they're so original with names. Or I don't know, TikX, X Tick. I think it's gonna be TikX or something. X Talk. Yeah, X Talk. I think it's gonna be X Talk like this. But it's gonna be something lame. Something lame with X in it. Musk has not commented on Bloomberg's TikTok report. That's interesting because that's, silence also speaks very loudly. Musk, who is the CEO of Tesla and SpaceX. See, there's always X and everything except for Tesla. And its world's wealthiest individual bought Twitter in 2022 in a $44 billion deal, subsequently renaming it X under one scenario that has been discussed by the Chinese government. X would take control of TikTok's US and run businesses together. According to the Bloomberg report, the news outlet noted that it's unclear whether Musk, TikTok, and ByteDance or whatever it's called have held any talks about the terms of any possible deal. TikTok is in danger of being outlawed in the U.S. under the law set to take effect January 19th, unless the Supreme Court issuing a ruling stopping it from taking effect. On Friday, January 10th, the Supreme Court heard arguments in TikTok's emergency appeal seeking it to block the law, with TikTok and ByteDance arguing that the law violates First Amendment rights of its 170 million U.S. users, but the justices seem to lean towards being more receptive to the government's position that TikTok represents a national security threat as it falls under the jurisdiction of the Chinese Communist Party. Beijing-based ByteDance has not indicated that it is exploring the sales of its approximately 40% stake in TikTok to an entity or investor group that would meet within U.S. approval. Here's another thing that is interesting to me. With regards to TikTok and government officials using it, and whether China is using it in a way that would be not beneficial to the U.S. government. The reality is that the U.S. government has been using TikTok to do all sorts of things, to spread their own propaganda. They've been using it to recruit people to the military. They've paid influencers to sway elections in some ways. They've paid influence, like they paid that kid, what's his name? Like that little whiny twerp kid that's on the Democrat side. I don't know his name. He's just everywhere on X. And I think he was like an or he was a TikTok influencer. So he was one of the people that was getting paid. There's a lot of influencers that get paid by the U.S. government to do certain things, to promote U.S. interests. So I don't necessarily, I don't understand this whole thing about them being like, oh, is this a threat to the U.S.? The TikTok represents a national security threat. I mean, does it though? Does it? Because you guys are using it all the time to do your own bidding. So I don't know. It's just an interesting point, I think. So then, meanwhile, Chinese officials previously indicated that ByteDance did try to sell the stake in TikTok. Such a move would be blocked because it would represent technology export. Congress passed the divest or ban legislation targeting TikTok last year with solid bipartisan support. That it was signed into law by President Biden. U.S. lawmakers on both sides of the aisle have expressed deep concern about TikTok's Chinese ownership, suggesting the Chinese communist regime would use the app to spy on Americans or use it to spread pro-China propaganda. This is really interesting because, again, I've seen way more US propaganda on TikTok than I have Chinese propaganda. But then again, I don't really go on the Chinese TikTok because every place has their own TikTok, and TikTok is a really big place. So you can find any sort of video there, but I certainly haven't seen pro-China propaganda to the US, to make the US citizens be like, "Yay, China!" Like, I haven't seen any of that personally. I don't know if you guys seen anything like that. I haven't seen anything like that, but I have definitely seen, again, like I said, like U.S. The Army recruiting young people through China through the app. I've seen the U.S. citizens, using the app to promote their candidate and talk about Donald Trump in a very negative way most of the time. I've seen a lot of people losing their minds on TikTok about who the president is now in the U.S. Well, now it's going to be in 5 days. 5 days, he's going to be inaugurated. So it's all very, very weird. Let's see. We've got Peter over on X saying now, Pater Phoenix, saying now they're using an official Chinese app, thinking they're anti-establishment. Do you mean by that? Do you mean X, or do you mean another Chinese platform? Because I'm sure they have other ones too there. Last paragraph of this, I think. Is this the last paragraph? I don't know. No. The law protecting Americans from foreign Adversary Controlled Applications Act prohibits Apple and Google's app stores, as well as web hosting services, from hosting or distributing TikTok in the U.S. unless BitDance sells the ownership in the app by any party located in the country that is not designated a foreign adversary of the United States. That's interesting. Like, I wonder what happens, like, for example, with me. I'm in Mexico, so TikTok won't be banned for me. So will I be able to still make videos based on TikTok videos that I see and then put them on my channel? Or is that not going to be a thing anymore? Because I'm going to be like, I'm sure maybe YouTube will update the terms of service and be like, yeah, you guys can't like make anything that has to do with TikTok anymore. I mean, that could definitely be a possibility based on this, I guess, Foreign Adversary Controlled Applications app. This all sounds really bad. this all sounds really bad to me. Master Swag Comics and Manga for $2, or manga for $2 says, "Hey Nia, hey Nia, could you find my wife? She left me for Diddy." What? I don't know how to answer this. I'm sorry for your wife leaving you. What a weird super chat. Thank you for the super chat though. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go with Spike's answer. Just say no. Junior says, "Poor Diddy." Wow. I don't agree with JR. Oh no. Okay. Oh, that's great. That's hilarious. Nina, you're only a troublemaker level, not adversary. Okay. I just want to share good news. Like, I just want to be like, look, there's a TikTok video about like, some guy helping another person. Like, is that like propaganda? Like, am I going to get arrested for that? Master Swag King for another $2 says, "I don't have a wife, but I am black with no dad." Okay, that's even stranger than your other super chat, bro. That's okay. That is, I'm sorry to hear that as well. What? What is going on in the chat today? Did he go out for smokes and never come back? Because that's really sad. President-elect Donald Trump has requested that the Supreme Court suspend the law from going into effect on January 19th to allow his administration to pursue a negotiated resolution that could prevent a nationwide shutdown of TikTok, thus preserving the First Amendment rights of tens of millions of Americans while also addressing the government's national security concerns. I mean, I feel like that's really fair. because his administration, like 5 days, his administration is supposed to come take the office, and now it's like, can you give him some time? I don't know. During his first term, Trump unsuccessfully sought to force a TikTok sale to the US-based parties, also over national security fears. Okay, so he tried this before and he failed. Well, maybe he'll succeed now. So there we go. That's where we're at with the TikTok ban sales. I don't know what's going to happen. Do you guys think that it's going to sell to Elon Musk or Mr. Beast? Who do you think is more likely to buy it? Apparently, other people have thrown in their hat for buying it as well. I think that guy from Shark Tank is one of them. The bald guy. I forget his name. That guy, apparently, he wants to buy it. A bunch of other billionaires want to buy it. So I forget that guy's name, but he's pretty rich. He might be able to afford it. I saw this and I thought that this was funny. Here's Sydney Watson saying the TikTok ban has broken these people. Let's see what this girl's. Wait, what does it say? It says that me moving to China with Duolingo because of the TikTok ban. Why is she got a fucking parrot? Oh my god, it's playing like some Chinese song in the background. Okay, legit, I kind of want her suitcase. That's the only thing I care about. Kevin O'Leary, that's right. That's right. That's the one. The bald dude. This woman, I kind of really want one of these suitcases that you can ride around. Why don't I have one? I just feel like I should really get one of these for myself. Okay, well, she's moving to China apparently because she loves TikTok so much. I don't know what the point is of being like, I'm gonna move to TikTok because I love TikToks, or I'm gonna move to China because I love TikTok so much. But oh wells. Okay, so there we go. That was that. So then meanwhile, the other thing that was happening, like I said, last week, there was a whole bunch of, I think, this weird stuff happening on X. And I mean, I'm live on X right now. This is probably gonna, the X algorithm is probably not gonna like me. Yes, that's right. Harry Sisson. Thank you over on Rumble, Byron. Let me see if I can highlight that. But over on Rumble, that's the dude I was talking about when I said the little twerp in the Democrats that, they hired to do TikTok videos for them. I was talking about Harry Sisson, and Rumble came through with that name. So TikTok, what's his name? Elon has been doing some really weird stuff. Like he changed the terms of service yesterday. It wasn't yesterday, it was the day before. And it was updated, and it had some really questionable stuff in there. And for some reason, I don't know why I can't find the thing that I wanted to find for that Laura Loomer has said. Well, let me see if I can find it. Laura Loomer X terms of service. This was being talked about the other day. You know how the news is. It just goes by so fast. Okay, here it is. Here it is. I think I found it. So she's saying 2 weeks after demonetizing accounts with no explanation, including mine, she's got her check mark back though. So I wonder what happened. X changed their terms of service today to say that they can stop providing premium paid features to X users without notice and for no reason whatsoever. So basically, you don't even have to violate TOS. You can have your premium access checkmark and your ability to monetize removed for no reason at all. I mean, that sounds really familiar, doesn't it, guys? Like what YouTube would do all the time. Like, you demonetized, it's over. But then this is the picture, the screenshot of the service, and it says changes to paid service. Our paid service evolve constantly. As such, the paid service may change from time to time at our discretion. We may stop permanently or temporarily providing the paid service or any features within the paid service to you or to users, generally without notice. X is not liable to you or any third party for any modification, suspension, or discontinuance of the paid service. The specific terms and conditions included below for the specific. Okay, that's the only screenshots she has. I wish you had put the other one so we can read the rest. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, I could probably go and find the rest of it. But that's pretty alarming to be like, oh, we could just remove it at any point in time without telling you anything. It's like you're banned. Yep, you're banned. So that I feel like that's kind of antithetical. I don't know if I'm saying the right word, but it's against what Elon was saying to begin with. Like at first, he was all like, we want free speech and we want, for creators to feel protected and safe so that they can say whatever they want on here because this is going to be a free speech platform. And now, fast forward to now, I mean, how long has it been? Like a year, 2 years since Elon bought X? And now it's all, X is not liable to you. Any third, like X can stop you permanently and temporarily providing the paid services to any features within X within the paid services to you or users generally without notice. That's kind of like the exact opposite of what Elon intended from the beginning. So it's all very weird to me. Like, why is he doing this? And the other part of it that I don't understand is like, I mean, a lot of people say it's because he got pushback on the H-1B visa thing, that the argument that happened with him and Vivek and, them going after, like they're being very vocal about it on Twitter and then getting a lot of pushback. And then all of a sudden, like a lot of the very vocal people that were against Elon's stance got banned. And then within like several days later, the terms of service have changed because of those people. And it's kind of really crazy that he would kind of bend the knee like this to the whole, I mean, to the man, really, if you really think about it. I feel like he's kind of slowly walking the same path as Jack Dorsey and just kind of becoming him slowly. But who did I see the other night had a really good post about this? And they were saying, it's really easy to get somebody like that. I think it was Hotep Jesus. And I was like, that's right on the money. I think Hotep Jesus nailed it with this tweet here. And he said, where did he say it? Trying to find his tweet. He said something really interesting about, there it is. And I bring up this tweet. See, we still call it tweet. How do you create censorship on a popular social media app without too much pushback? Give the people a new leader who they believe is on their side, then have him deploy the censorship. The people will be so fearful of fraying their group unity that they'll be quiet. And that's honestly exactly what's happening, because this will go into the next thing I'm going to show you, which is how people, and I said this from the beginning too, that people are just going to naturally start to censor themselves. It's a thing that happens. Like, you know, how we on YouTube, we say like unalive or grape or, you know, those kind of things. We say different words because we don't want the algorithm to catch what we're saying so that we don't get censored or like, you know, we don't get shadow banned or whatever. But now X is going to be doing the same thing. And I thought it was really interesting because I saw several accounts, especially one big one like Libs of TikTok, who had censored the word sex and they put an asterisk on the E instead of the word sex. And I saw this post from Undoomed, which I thought was a really good post. And he said, stop being so goddamn afraid of using the correct words. It's called killed, not alive, not unalive. It's called suicide, not unalive oneself. It's called rape, not grape. It's called pedophile, not PDF file. And see, I just said all the words because at this point, I don't give a fuck, man. I don't give a fuck. Like when we start to self-censor, that's when we've already failed. Like they've already won. When you start to self-censor yourself and you're not talking like an adult, you've already lost the battle, in my opinion. And quit putting asterisks in the words. This is self-censorship myself. I 100% agree with Undoomed on this. And then he said, but if I do that, my tweets won't get seen by anyone. And he just said, I used a whole bunch of words that people usually censor here on X. And my original tweet, it still seems to be visible just fine. Besides, the AI is so advanced now that it can figure out what it means. So you can be the moderation AI. But if I do that, my YouTube video will get demonetized. We're not on YouTube. I'm not talking about YouTube. What you do on the other platforms to survive is completely different matter. I'm saying we should even take it to YouTube. I mean, I just said all those words. Like, I'm probably going to get demonetized, but I don't really make ad money on live streams like this. My live streams are dependent on you beautiful people and my channel members. So if you guys super chat, if you're kind enough to like support me when I you know talk like this, when I talk freely like this, and I get demonetized or like, you know, the show gets limited ads or whatever, I don't make money on the ads anyways. I make money because you guys are so kind and you donate. So like to me, like I might as well just talk freely then. It's not like about, oh, I'm gonna make $2 on the ads that they put on here. No, like that's not about that at this point. And then he goes on to say, that being said, I don't really censor myself on YouTube either. Neither do I, Undoomed. It's that, yes, there was a time during the late 2010s and early 2020s when just about anything got demonetized. This is true. But I haven't really had any of those problems lately. And I cuss and I talk about political issues and it's fine. Knock on wood. Yeah, let's knock on wood. And speaking of which, look at one of these beautiful people right here donating $20, not saying anything. Stevo Devil. I really like your name. Thank you for the $19.99. You didn't even say anything. I'm gonna heart your message over on, well, heart your $20 over on the actual chat. Thank you so much. My goodness. And this is what I'm talking about. People like this that are so generous and donate money. That's how I make a living on here. I don't make a living on freaking YouTube ads. Like they pay you like 50 cents. But thank you so much. And so then he went on to say this, and this is exactly what I'm talking about right here. Libs of TikTok has started doing this now. She never used to have a reach problem, so I can't figure out why. The algorithm doesn't care. It understands just fine that sex means sex, and that's the same thing. If you can talk about the issue, then you can talk about the words. And here, this is what he's talking about. Look at her. She's talking about breaking LGBTQ activists indicted for child sex crimes. And it says, like, look at this. There's an asterisk where there's an X. I mean, there's an E. Why? Why do this? Why self-censor yourself? And then Lives of TikTok. I mean, this account, this is one of Elon Musk's favorite accounts. Like, Elon Musk loves this account. You know, she is a huge proponent of Elon Musk, loves Elon Musk, constantly talks about Elon Musk, praises Elon Musk, worships the ground the guy walks on. And then he does the most fucked up shit, like mess with the algorithm like this. And not a fucking squeak from this woman about, not a peep about this. And she goes on to self-censor herself. And then she's like, you know, she's still breaking a lot of great content on X, and she's still doing a lot of great work. But really, what does it all matter and mean if you're self-censoring yourself and you're not gonna stand up to the guy that you revere so much when he's fucking up? I feel like that there needs to be accountability had when it comes to these kind of individuals. Like, where are all these accounts that are like, well, why the fuck can't we type these things anymore? And honestly, do they really think, like, Undoomed had a great point, do they really think that the algorithm's not going to figure out what this means? Like, do they really think that the AI, the Grok AI that's supposed to be becoming super smart now, is not going to understand what asterisks in sex is? Are we like really going like, I got like, so like, you know, because we're 5 now, we're going to have to spell things out like sex, guys. It means sex. We're adults. People on Twitter are adults. We don't need this. Most of us are adults. We don't need this. This is messed up. This is messed up. I don't like it. I don't like the self-censorship. I don't like people not calling anybody out. At least Laura Loomer was kind of like, the hell's going on, man? But mind you, I just saw that she got her checkmark back. So I guess she's back in Elon's good graces. Have we seen anything? Does anyone know how she got her checkmark back or what's going on with her? I just saw she's talking about Mark Zuckerberg. That's the other person we got to talk about because it's kind of important. Because he went on Joe Rogan and he had a couple things to say. We'll talk about that next, right after I get the super chat here. Thank you, Master of Swag, for $5. Says, Nina, just a question. Would you ever appear as a guest on my podcast if you ever had free time? Would you ever would to have a conversation with you? It really depends because I don't know. And honestly, your last couple of super chats were so weird that I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I want no. So I'm like, I don't know you. And right now I'm not really going on anyone's show. I have my own show that I do, and I do Toxic Femme on Monday nights, and I'm super busy. So it would all honestly depend on a lot of stuff, like when, what time. What are we going to talk about? Am I going to be like, am I going to come there to answer questions like this and talk about how you like Diddy? No. Ooh. Yikes. But I appreciate the super chat. JR's like, do it. Peer pressure. She just wants to keep that blue check mark. You're talking about libs of TikTok. You don't have to pay for X and you can say whatever you want. Douglas, in a way, that's true. But in a way, that's not. Because it's all about that whole shadow banning thing, right? You can say whatever you want on X, and if you don't have a check mark, but no one's gonna hear you. Like you will not, like the algorithm will not push your thing out. There's been accounts on X that have the blue check mark, and they've commented on my stuff, and I see the algorithm literally put probable spam, and then I have to go and click on it to make sure to see the replies. Because it does quash wrong thing. It does quash what it doesn't want you to be posting. So if you're somebody who is constantly, you know, not so much making fun of, but because I don't like I think Elon Musk doesn't care about people making fun of him, but if you're constantly criticizing Elon Musk and criticizing what's going on over there, then you will be shadow banned. And that's how it usually starts. It usually starts with shadow banning, then demonetization, and then your platform is gone. That's how it's always been with Facebook originally. That's how it was with YouTube. And that's how it is now with X. And I mean, X really didn't have like Twitter, I should say, never really had a monetization problem to begin with because we were never monetized on Twitter before. We just got censored. Now there's this whole thing with monetization. So accounts are going to get monetized and then they're getting their accounts demonetized. So that is a new aspect that's come into play with Elon Musk buying it. But it's still the same tactics. It's always the same. You have wrong thing. Like people don't like what you're saying or whatever the algorithm or whoever's running the algorithm doesn't like what you're saying. You're going to be shadow banned. No one's going to know what you're saying. So it's kind of the same in that sense. Let's see. Oh, he's saying I'm normal. I promise. This is such a like this is what murderers say to their victims before they get murdered. I'm normal. I promise. This is what happens in a murder. This is what happens in a murder movie. Like when somebody when you pick up a hitchhiker and you're like, you're not gonna murder me, are you? And they're like, I'm normal, I promise. And then at the end of the movie, you're like, oh, I shouldn't pick up the hitchhiker, man. JR, thanks for the 5, says, will you come on my podcast and talk about the good things Diddy has done and how the deep state is going after a good guy? Okay, like, no. No. No, thank you. This is definitely going to be an answer with this has to be a video answer for this one. You have JR, you have a podcast? I didn't know you have a podcast. Wait, where's my Dr. Evil one? Okay, there it is.
How about no?
Thank you for the $5. My goodness. So there we go. That I don't know. It's all very weird. And then I think to myself, if Elon wants to buy TikTok, how much censorship is going to go into TikTok now? Because I feel like, he's walking a really strange path. And then you had, this is the lead in, right? Then you have Elon Musk slowly becoming Jack Dorsey. And then you have the opposite happening with Mark Zuckerberg. Because Mark Zuckerberg the other day went on Joe Rogan and then started talking about how he's like literally doing a 180. Let me see if I can pull up that clip. And just being like, oh yeah, we're just gonna do a 180 on Facebook. Everything's everything's a go now. There's no such thing as hate speech, and we're gonna have community notes just like X, and we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that. Everything's gonna be great on Facebook. And we didn't know. We just listened to the government. We did everything the government wanted us to do, and we we did everything that they told us to do because we're pushovers, basically. But he didn't say that part. But now some people are saying that Zuck was being threatened by the government, we'll kill you if you don't censor. And I'm like, I don't know if that's true. I don't know. I don't know if I buy that. But here we go. So here's libs of TikTok again, putting this clip of Mark. Here we go.
These people from the Biden administration would call up our team and scream at them and curse. And it's these documents it's all kind of out there.
They would scream and curse. You fucking asshole. You better fucking kill that Hunter Biden fucking story. No. How about no? How about no? You could have these things that most men have. They're called balls. You could have balls and you could say no, but we're talking about Zuckerberg, so.
Did you record any of those phone calls?
I don't think we. But I think
I want to listen.
I mean, there are emails. the emails are published. It's all kind of out there, and they're like, and basically it just got to this point where we were like, no, we're not gonna take down things that are true. That's ridiculous. They wanted us to take down this meme of Leonardo DiCaprio looking at a TV talking about how 10 years from now or something, you're going to see an ad that says, okay, if you took a COVID vaccine, you're eligible for, for this kind of payment, like this sort of like class action lawsuit type meme. And they're like, no, you have to take that down. We just said, no, we're not going to take down humor and satire. We're not going to take down things that are true. And then at some point, I guess, I don't know, it flipped a bit. I mean, Biden, when he gave some statement at some point, I don't know if it was a press conference or to some journalists, where he basically was like, these guys are killing people. And I don't know, then like all these different agencies and branches of government basically just like started investigating and coming after our company. It was brutal. It was brutal.
Wow.
Oh, I feel so sorry for you, Mark Zuckerberg. They came after our company, man, and they were, shut up. Shut up. So sick and tired of this dude pretending any of the stuff that he did was okay. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. Yeah, it was it's like he's a little bitch. He's a little bitch. That's all I can say about Mark Zuckerberg. He's a little bitch who basically bent the knee immediately to the Biden administration. People lost their jobs. People lost their platforms. On this platform, we could not talk about this at all. We couldn't even talk about this back then. We couldn't even, even me playing that video would have gotten me some sort of strike or something. You couldn't talk about the COVID issue at all, let alone, make fun of it or whatever. It was a nightmare, and it was the worst on Facebook. People lost everything, their platforms, their jobs, whatever. If you said a word against the narrative, you were othered immediately. And I'm just not going to sit here and be all like, oh yeah, like Mark, he's so cool now. He's one of us. He's going to be mega soon, guys. He's going to be mega. And then everything's going to be fine. Because he went to Mar-a-Lago and kissed Trump's ring. Give me a fucking break. This dude is a piece of shit. And people don't, a leopard doesn't change its spots, you guys. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for that. Let's see, what else did I want to talk about? This is cool. Which I don't really get why they went with like the black and white or the grayscale or whatever, but this is apparently Donald Trump's official presidential portrait. Why is it black and white? This is his portrait. What? Nobody my eyes in photos. This is true. This happens to a lot of people. It's happening to Trump right now. This is true. I love memes. Why does he do that weird eye thing? I don't think he means to do it. Oh, he's got a little signature on there too. So there you go. That's his. I agree, JR. They, you know what? I actually really agree with this. They should have used his mugshot. I think they should have used the mugshot or the fight one, like when he's like that one. That one should have been his inauguration photo. Dude, like freaking we need an orange filter. They did. They needed to have the orange filter. It was good. It's good stuff. Okay, so meanwhile, Donald Trump, actually let's talk about I was going to talk about the LA fires. Well, we'll come back to that. But before I do that, because I will forget, I'm going to pull up this clip from Bill Burr. Oh, what? Quartering has the full 13 minutes. Oh no, that's okay. No, I mean that's the Quarterings video. Hold on, Bill Burr. Because he said some stupid shit on Jimmy Kimmel about the fires, and I want to get that clip. Let's see. Gavin Newsom apparently put some stuff out. Okay, there it is. All right, so we're gonna come back to this. As Jen Psaki would say, we'll circle back. We'll circle back, guys, on that one. Okay. So, but first, because we're on topic with Donald Trump, let's talk about the fact that apparently there's been peace established in the Middle East, or at least a major ceasefire. And I believe it was done because of Donald Trump, regardless of what the establishment want to tell you, which is that Biden did it. And Biden did not do this. Biden's been in office for the last 4 years, and this has been happening for quite a long time. I mean, since October 7th of, what was it, 2023, right? But, you know, Joe Biden hasn't been able to stop what has happened since then. I mean, I'm not going that far back in terms of what's going on in Israel and Palestine, because we all know that it's been going on way longer than October 7th. But, you know, it escalated on October 7th. And since then, you know, Biden was in office. And since then, he hasn't really done much. So then we got this today. Let's see here. I saw this again. See what I mean? Libs of TikTok does good work. Like most of the stuff I'm showing here is from Libs of TikTok. Libs of TikTok saying Trump was absolutely critical on Israel and Hamas reaching a deal and securing the release of hostages. This happened thanks to Trump's strength and leadership. Trump is the leader we need. And this is the article here saying Arab officials, Trump envoy swayed Netanyahu more in one meeting than Biden did all year. And this is basically kind of what has been coming down the pipeline, that this dude from the Trump administration went to Netanyahu, set up a meeting. Apparently Netanyahu was like, it's the Sabbath and I can't meet you on Friday. And he's like, I don't give a fuck. Like, you meet me whenever I come there. Like, you know, it's been dramatic. Like, this meeting has become dramatic. And so anyways, they finally meet or whatever. And then within hours, the ceasefire happens. So I don't know what the guy told him, but I'm guessing a bunch of stuff that Donald Trump said, like, you do what I tell you to do now. Okay, BB? It's over. Biden's gone. I'm the president now, and I will make America and Israel great again. Okay. So that's what's going on here. And then this guy said a bunch of bullshit here. Let's see what he has to say. I don't know.
When it comes to the involvement of President-elect Trump's team, it has been absolutely critical in getting this deal over the line. And it's been critical because obviously, as I stand here today, this administration's term in office will expire in 5 days.
Oh yeah, this is the guy that was like, oh yeah, like it was Biden, but also yeah, Trump did help. Like they're trying to like just kind of be like, it was all Biden, but Biden didn't do shit. Everybody knows this. I mean, he's been in office the whole freaking time and he hasn't done anything. And then you had this statement here from Joe Biden's intern, because we all know the intern runs Twitter. It says today, after many months of intensive diplomacy by the United States. Wait, can you guys even see that? It's very small. Well, let me see if I can zoom in. So this is from the Joe Biden official Twitter page. Or was it Joe Biden or was it the POTUS one? It was the POTUS one, President Biden. So it says here, why zoom in so much? For immediate release statement of President Joe Biden. Today, after many months of intensive diplomacy by the United States, along with Egypt and Qatar, Israel and Hamas have reached a ceasefire and hostage deal. This deal will halt the fighting in Gaza, surge much needed humanitarian assistance to the Palestinian civilians, and reunite the hostages with their family after more than 15 months in captivity. I laid out the precise contours of this plan on May 31st, 2024, after which it was endorsed unanimously by the UN Security Council. It is the result not only of the extreme pressure that Hamas has been under and the changed regional equation after a ceasefire in Lebanon and weakening of Iran, but also of dogged and painstaking American diplomacy. My diplomacy never ceased in the efforts to get this done. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, nobody's buying this, bro. Nobody's buying this bullshit. Even as we welcome this news, we remember all the families whose loved ones were killed in Hamas's October 7th attack and the many innocent people killed in the war that followed. It is long past time for the fighting to end and the work of the building peace and security to begin. I am also thinking of the American families, 3 of whom have living hostages in, I think he means in Gaza, and 4 awaiting return of remains after what has been the most horrible ordeal imaginable. Under this deal, we are determined to bring all of them home. I will speak more about this soon. For now, I'm thrilled that those who have been held hostage are being reunited with their families. So there you go. That's got a spelling error and everything. So it's definitely either written by an intern or President Joe Biden himself or an AI. Maybe ChatGPT wrote it. I did see this clip floating around, but I haven't listened to it. So this will be my first viewing and reaction to this. So we're watching it together at the same time. Here we go. And the Secretary of State. Let's listen.
Good afternoon. It's a very good afternoon. Because at long last, I can announce a ceasefire and a hostage deal has been reached between Israel and Hamas.
And the Secretary of State. That's it? Let's listen.
Good afternoon.
Oh, okay. Like, I guess this guy was trying to say that, like, Biden's taking credit for it. Okay, so, I mean, I thought he was going to say something better. That was lackluster. Can we find that clip? Let's see if we can find a longer version. Let's see. Joe Biden speaks about ceasefire. Okay, let's see. He delivers remarks. We could watch a couple minutes of this. Apparently it's 11 minutes. So let's watch it. Let's see what he has to say. It's like, does he say anything else?
Good afternoon. It's a very good afternoon.
Oh God,
we've had one of these last, I can announce a ceasefire and a hostage deal has been reached between Israel and Hamas.
Kamala Harris in the background.
More than 15 months of conflict began.
Kamala's like, I'm here too, guys. I also negotiated the peace deal. It wasn't on my knees, but I was there too.
Hezbollah's brutal massacre on October the 7th. More than 15 months of terror for the hostages, their families, the Israeli people. More than 15 months of suffering by the innocent people of Gaza. Fighting in Gaza will stop.
I'm sorry,
and soon
but
the
like
hostages will return
the
home.
lady with her very graphic, like,
Home to their
and
families.
you know,
The elements of this deal
it's way too
were what I
distracting.
laid out in detail this past May, which was embraced by countries around the world and endorsed overwhelmingly by the UN Security Council. The deal is structured in 3 phases. Phase 1 will last 6 weeks. It includes a full and complete ceasefire, withdrawal of Israeli forces from all the populated areas of Gaza, and the release of a number of hostages held by Hamas, including women and elderly and the wounded. And I'm proud to say Americans will be part of that hostage release in phase 1 as well. And the Vice President and I cannot wait to welcome them home.
I'm so glad that this wasn't like Trump actually won, and this isn't like something that Kamala Harris is giving like the speech for. Like, I know that like Israel and Palestine have not been friends forever, because we know that friendship sometimes doesn't last, and people drift apart and countries drift apart. But now, because I'm here, I have negotiated the peace deal because I'm a woman and everything that I do is better than everyone else because I am Kamala Harris. So like, you know, I'm just glad we're not getting that speech.
In exchange, Israel released hundreds of Palestinian prisoners. And during phase 1, the Palestinians can also return to their neighborhoods in all the areas of Gaza. And the surge of humanitarian assistance into Gaza will begin. And the innocent people can have a greater access to these vital supplies. You know, during the next 6 weeks, Israel will negotiate the necessary arrangements to get phase 2, which is a permanent end of the war. Let me say it again, a permanent end of the war.
A permanent end.
There are a number of details to negotiate to move from phase 1 to phase 2, but the plan says if negotiations take longer than 6 weeks, the ceasefire will continue.
What is this lady doing?
Long as the
what kind of sign language is this? I need to know what this is. I can't even like pay attention to what he's saying because what the fuck is this? I'm confused. What kind of sign language is that? I don't even want to do it because I know people will fucking take a screenshot of me. And I'm not going to like act this out, but I don't think this is sign language, whatever the hell she's doing. The what's up face. What's that? The fuck? This is weird.
Weeks, the ceasefire will continue as long as the negotiations continue. I've spoken to the Emir of Kuwait and the President of Egypt, and we have pledged to make sure the negotiations will keep moving forward for as long as it takes. Then, when phase 2 begins, there will be an exchange for release of the remaining living hostages, including male soldiers, and all remaining Israeli forces will be withdrawn from Gaza.
I can't stop watching her.
The temporary ceasefire will become permanent. And finally, phase 3, any final remains of hostages who have been killed will be returned to their families. And a major reconstruction plan for Gaza will...
See, this is not cool, man. Because you're making me laugh at a part where he's talking about hostages and like the crazy shit that these people are going through. And I'm laughing my ass off. Now I look like a psycho. Because this chick is going crazy on the, you know, on the screen. And you're making me laugh, Spike. And it's just, It's just not
will
cool.
begin. This is the ceasefire agreement I introduced last spring. Today, Hamas and Israel have agreed to that ceasefire agreement.
Wow,
and the
he's
whole
really
ending
taking
the
credit.
war.
I did
You know,
this
those
whole.
of you who have followed the negotiations can attest, the road to this deal has not been easy. I've worked in foreign policy for decades. This is one of the toughest negotiations I've ever experienced. And we reached this point because of the pressure that Israel built on Hamas, backed by the United States.
Oh, so this is basically what the
Hamas's
letter is.
longtime leader, Sinwar, was killed. Hamas's strongest supporter, Iran, launched attacks on Israel. And those attacks failed after my administration organized a coalition of nations to stop them. And
I
after I
really
ordered the U.S.
wish
ships
I
and
knew
planes
sign language like fully to know if she's actually sign languaging or if she's like as Spike is saying, she's just full of shit.
to come to Israel's defense, we also shaped Israel's strong and calibrated response, destroying Iran's air defenses, but avoiding an escalatory cycle of an all-out war. The United States also organized a coalition of 20 countries to stand up to attacks by the Houthis, including their missile attacks in Israel. Then Hezbollah, another of Hamas's strongest backers, was significantly weakened on the battlefield, and its leadership was destroyed. With our support, Israel negotiated a ceasefire with them, and after that, Lebanon finally elected a new president who's not beholden to Hezbollah, and he can begin a new chapter for the Lebanese people. All told, these developments in the region, which the United States helped to shape, changed the equation. And so now, the terror network that once protected and sustained Hamas is far weaker. Iran is weaker. Iran
Wait,
is
how do you
weaker
say
than
Iran?
it's been in decades. Hezbollah is badly degraded. And after more than 15 months of war
Wait, I want to know how you say Iran in sign language.
for the Lebanese people. All told, these developments in the region, which the United States helped to shape, changed the equation. And so now, the terror network that once protected and sustained Hamas is far weaker. Iran is weaker. Iran is weaker than it's been in decades.
Wait,
Hezbollah
this
is
is
badly
Iran?
degraded. And
Or
after
is
more than
this Iran?
15 months of war,
'Cause I like
Hamas's
this.
senior leaders are dead. Thousands
This
of
is
Hamas
cool.
fighters are dead.
It's like
and the
fucking
military
Ross's.
formations have been destroyed.
It's like Ross from Friends when he's telling people to go fuck themselves, and he's like, "Is that what Iran is?" That's pretty cool.
With nowhere to turn, Hamas finally agreed to releasing hostages. You know, there was no other way for this war to end than with a hostage deal. And I'm deeply satisfied this day has finally come, for the sake of the people of Israel and the families waiting in agony, and for the sake of the innocent people in Gaza who suffered unimaginable devastation because of the war. The Palestinian people have gone through hell. Too many innocent people have died. Too many communities have been destroyed. And this
It's too
deal,
long, far too long.
the people of Gaza can finally recover and rebuild. They can look to a future without Hamas in power. You know, the Bible says, blessed are the peacemakers. Many peacemakers helped make this deal happen, including an extraordinary team of American diplomats who have worked nonstop for months to get this done. Secretary Blinken led the effort. Secretary Jake Sullivan, National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan, Bill Burns, John Feiner, Brett McGurk, Amos Hochstein, and the Vice President worked relentlessly as we worked to deliver this deal. I'd also note this deal was developed and negotiated under my administration, but its terms will be implemented
times has he said
for the most part by the next administration. In these past few days, we've been speaking as one team. This has been time of real turmoil in the Middle East. But as I prepare to leave office, our friends are strong, our enemies are weak.
Come on, people now. Smile on your brothers. Everybody get together right now. It's like they're like fucking holding hands. Kumbaya. Like, They're one team. Get the fuck out of here, Biden.
And there's a genuine opportunities for a new future. In Lebanon, there's an opportunity for a future, free from the grip of Hezbollah. In Syria,
wait, this goes on for another 3 minutes.
Assad. And for the Palestinian people, a credible pathway to a state of their own. And for the region, a future of normalization, integration of Israel and all its Arab neighbors, including Saudi Arabia.
I'm desperate.
The G20 in Delhi in September.
I'm desperate to know if this woman is actually like accurately saying stuff Joe Biden's saying. I need to know.
September 23, I rallied key countries behind a vision of an economic corridor from India across the Middle East to Europe. That vision can now become a reality. There are risks as well, including ISIS and Iran, even in a badly weakened state. But
wait, this time she went like this.
We're handing off to the next team a real opportunity for a better future for the Middle East. I hope they will take it. Let me close with this.
The Middle East?
My friend for years in the United States Senate, former Senator George Mitchell, who did so much to forge peace in Northern Ireland, once said about diplomacy, he said, it is a 700 days of failure and 1 day of success. 700 days of failure and 1 day of success. Well, we've had many difficult days since Hamas began its terrible war. We've encountered roadblocks and setbacks. We've not given up. And now,
wait, what is this? What is this sign language? What was that? I swear, she's not saying anything. I'm telling you guys, this is not real sign language.
Blocks and setbacks. We've not given up. And now, after more than 400 days of struggle, the day of success has arrived. God bless all the hostages and their families. May God protect the troops of all those who work for peace.
Mr. President, how do you see the future of Gaza now, as you're saying? The implementation of this deal will be in the hands of the next administration, and basically they will shape the future of Gaza. So how do you see this future? And also, how much credit do you give to the Trump team for this deal? Trump is already taking credit for it.
That's a good question.
Well, you know, this is the exact framework of the deal I proposed back in May. Exact. And we got the world to endorse it. Secondly, it's America's support for Israel that helped them badly weaken Hamas and its backers and create the conditions for this deal. And thirdly, I knew this deal would have to be implemented by the next team. So I told my team to coordinate closely with the incoming team to make sure we're all speaking with the same voice, because that's what American presidents do. Thank you.
In the how many Americans will be released from the hospital?
All the exact detail of how many people are being held, how many bodies will be returned unless, will all be forthcoming. All of it, all of it. Thank you.
Just let him go get some ice cream.
I'm confident. Thank you.
He's earned his Sunday. Let him go. He just.
Is that a joke? Oh.
Wait, what? I didn't hear that.
Be returned unless will all be forthcoming. All of it, all of it. Thank you. I'm confident. Thank you.
Mr. President, you or Trump?
Is that a joke? Oh.
Wait, what? Something about you or Trump.
Mr. President.
Let me see. This is.
I'm confident. Thank you.
Mr. President, you or Trump?
Something credit for like something about who's gonna take credit for this? You or Trump?
Is that a joke? Oh, thank you.
And he's like, "Is that a joke?" And he's like, "No." And he's like, "Oh, the hell? That was a weird ending to this." Wait, what is she doing? Let's see.
I'm confident.
Mr. President, you or Trump?
Is that a joke?
Is that a joke?
Oh, thank you.
No. Oh my god. All right, he's going to get a sundae at Dairy Queen. He just made peace in the Middle East. The guy deserves a sundae. So I guess that's what's going to happen. There's going to be peace in the Middle East, and Biden's going to take credit. Even though everyone pretty much knows that it was Donald Trump who, without even taking office yet, has kind of achieved nearly the impossible, because everybody thought it's kind of impossible to get these people to sit down and talk things out. But I guess it's happened. Hopefully he'll be able to do the same for Ukraine and Russia, because honestly, that war has gone for way too long as well. Exactly. Let's get you ice cream. You're a good boy. That's exactly. He earned his sprinkles. That's for sure. So there we go. So that's what's going on with that. And then there was, of course, there's still the LA fires. So the LA fires are fucking insane, and they still haven't ended. They're still going. Let's see. Is there like a live map of the? Let's see if we can find a live map of the LA fires. I want like a thing that's just showing the LA fires. Let's see. Can we find something? Maybe YouTube has something. Let's see. LA fires. Here we go. It says live. Let's see. No, this is not what we want. Let's see. I'm just trying to find like a footage, like a live cam footage of what's going on with the fires. Let's see if this one works. Oh, wow. They're putting the inmates on the line.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Pat Harvey. But first, the Pasadena City Council holding an emergency meeting this afternoon with a major announcement for its residents impacted by the Eaton fire. All mandatory evacuation orders.
Look, they were talking about
and replacement learning.
Like 2 seconds ago, she was talking about the inmates being put on the line. I think they've taken people out of prison.
Panic and persistence. A woman thought she was going to die.
Oh my God, there was this other crazy news. I mean, there was this other crazy clip of this one guy that was caught. Let me see if I can pull up that clip. It was like some guy, I think it was on TMZ. Some guy was like caught up in like, it wasn't Pasadena, but it was like somewhere else. And they were like, this one guy like pulled up on him and was like, "What are you doing here?" And the guy was like so sus. And he was clearly there to like burn shit down. Let me see if I can find that. Let me see if I can find this. I think it was on Instagram. I saw that one. I'm gonna go on Instagram and see if I can find it. Why do I still have this going? Stop. Okay, hold on. Where is it? Okay, here it is. It was on TMZ. Let me go to this one, which totally means we're gonna get claimed on this, but that's fine. Where is it? Hold on. Sorry, guys. I hate when like you go on Instagram but then it doesn't show you the clip you want to go to, and it's still showing your DMs in the background because somebody DM'd me this, so I don't want to show my DMs. And I'm just trying to open this and show you guys this clip, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see if I can find it on Twitter. Twitter is so much better for stuff like this. This one is called what? LA wildfires, Topanga resident confronts suspicious hiker. Let me see if I can find that on X. Topanga resident confronts suspicious hiker. Okay, here it is. Yeah, it is on TMZ on X. So I saw this, and this was wild. I was like, what the hell? JR, thanks for the $2. Would you do my pro Biden podcast? No, but I'll watch your pro Biden videos if you tag me on Twitter. I wouldn't mind knowing what's pro about Biden. Like what you like about Biden. Okay, here we go. Come on, man.
How's it going? Huh? You're lost? Where are you trying to go? How can I help you? Where are you trying to go? I can help you get there.
This dude is sus as shit. He's just in the middle of nowhere and he's just like hanging out with a backpack. Keep watching.
Where are you coming from?
Do you know a trail over by a neighborhood, like directly that way?
I know lots of trails. I live here. How can I help you? And where are you going and where are you coming from?
Oh. Trying to get off the trail.
To where? Where I can help you, but you have to help me understand where you're going.
Well, sir, I'm actually not from here.
I can tell.
No shit.
So where do you want to go?
I have a flight out tomorrow. If I can get off the trail, I'll probably head back down to San Diego.
What are you doing up here?
My son lives here.
Who's your son?
I'd rather not say.
Why?
Bullshit.
I just don't think it's pertinent information.
Okay. Yeah, there's a way out of here if you, there's a couple ways out. I don't know which way you want to go.
Well, the original idea coming out this way was to hike eastward and then try to come down in Santa Monica.
Santa Monica.
Santa Monica?
Where's your flight leaving from?
That's nowhere near here. San Diego? That's nowhere near this place.
Yeah, that's definitely close to anybody. Like, it's close to people. Yeah,
there's fires going on, bro.
You don't live here. You're not supposed to be here right now. There's a curfew, and yeah, no, it's a little suspicious. I'm just gonna let you know that.
A little.
You're hiking around with a backpack in a fire zone, following a bulldozer who's the last man out of here. It's a little suspicious, bro. What's in your backpack?
Basically traveling kit.
Basically a traveling kit. Bullshit. What?
If I come over there and I find lighter fluid, man,
Who
you're not
says that? I certainly don't have lighter fluid or anything like that. Who would say something like that?
I like how it ends, bro. Well, we can go two ways, bro. Okay, look, I'm a nice human being, but if you're lighting fires up here, bro, like,
You don't seem like a nice human being.
I don't.
Seems like you're trying to accost me.
Accost
No,
you?
I'm just trying to
You're
do what's
sus
good
as
for my
shit,
community,
bro.
sir.
Mister, I don't know what that means.
I don't know, no offense, bro. I'm kind of done with
Oh my god. I wonder what he did to him. I really want to know the rest of this story. I really want to know the rest of the story. Looks like this. Anyone know this guy? I want to know what happened. Like, so the people that voted to open borders are now concerned about suspicious characters. Is this a joke? Bitch, there's fires over there. People are setting fires. Is anyone going to explain what happened at the end of this video? Read the full exclusive at link in bio. Where's the link in bio? What? Like link in bio of this? Oh, like tmz.com. Why don't you just share the link? Like, I don't understand why they wouldn't just share the link of the story. Let's see. I just want to know if that guy, I want to know if that guy got arrested or not. Let's see. How am I going to go find your fucking story, TMZ? Let's see if I can find it on Google. Guy who was caught on Topanga Canyon. There it is. Suspicious resident over arson concerns. Okay, there's no other story. So there's apparently that was the end of it. There's no updates. I wonder what happened. I wonder if that guy beat that guy up or not. I guess he must not have been arrested. Because there's nothing on the TMZ website. I found the TMZ website and it shows the actual story video, but then it says nothing. See, this is it. It says Topanga resident confronts suspicious hiker in fire zone amid arson concerns, and then there's no story. And it's just a video we just saw. Right? Because he says, I'm a nice human being. Mister, I don't know what that means. Yeah, that's it. So that was a little lackluster on the ending there. Because I kind of want to know what happens. But okay. Then we have JR for 2 says, what about my pro arson podcast? Now you're just trolling, bro. I mean, you've been trolling the whole time. TMZ is worthless, definitely. And they're going to claim this video as well, Spike. They claim everything. Like literally everything you could possibly think of. Oh, I do love Paris Hilton because she's actually been helping a lot of people through this fire, and she just adopted a dog. So here is that video of that.
So this is Zuzu. She is 3 years old. Her family lost their home, so they had to surrender her here. And I'm going to take her in and foster her. And she's so sweet. I think she's a Chihuahua. And she's beautiful. We're going to have a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah, Paris loves the chihuahuas.
Experiences anything like mine, your life is going to change.
Aw.
She gives the best cuddles. She's very fun.
I would like be devastated though if I was like that family that had to give up my dog because my house burnt down. Even if it's to Paris Hilton, I'd still be like, I don't know. I'd want to die.
Matching outfits. And in the car, we have a Dad's Hot dog leash harness for you.
Aw, that's hot.
Living like all of us before you know it.
You know exactly where to pet her. She just like closes her eyes and smiles. She's like, I like the nails.
Aw.
Animals know.
He likes the nails. Oh, I love doggies.
Ready to slip.
And then Paris is awesome because she also she's raised a whole bunch of money for the fire victims of the fire. In just 72 hours, we've raised $800,000 for the displaced families of the Los Angeles fires. Let's push to reach $1 million. Thank you to everyone who has shown your support for our city. She made the thing, and she started it with $150,000, and then she matched, I think, every $100,000 donation. So they're up to, I think, $1 million now. I mean, $800,000 now. So they want to go to, $1 million, which is great. They I had the article. There it is, where she was. Oh, I didn't put the actual article. I just took the screenshot of the Variety article. My bad. But yeah, so the Variety article said Paris Hilton raises $800,000 for LA fire emergency relief efforts. Hundreds of families will receive this assistance immediately, and they will. And she's doing it through her 1111 humanitarian thing, and she's working with the Humane Society, and of course Red Cross, and all of these other people. So she is helping a lot of people, unlike some people that are not helping at all. And then some people just got jokes. Like Bill Burr, who I was not impressed with. Okay, so this is the Bill Burr clip that I was like, the fuck did he just say? So here we go.
It's very good to see you. I heard you had to do a.
First of all, if you agree to go on Jimmy Kimmel at this point in live, I feel like I have literally like zero respect for people who go on Jimmy Kimmel, because Jimmy Kimmel is a fucking piece of shit. Like, I actually, like, I hate that guy. So I'm like, do you really need to go to Jimmy Kimmel? Like, seriously? I hate this dude.
Evacuate your home.
Yes. Like most people, I had to. I got lucky, the winds moved, but the fire was coming and all that stuff. So I feel lucky.
Are you guys back?
And I think everybody did a great job.
Yeah.
Unlike the internet,
Yeah, right. I know. It's right.
Oh my God. All of these fire experts. Why didn't you just fly a helicopter into the ocean? And then just, I don't know, because there was 100 knot winds. You want to do that? You want to do that at night, you lunatic?
How are you?
This was definitely mismanaged.
That's a big word we're hearing now.
Mismanaged, like some idiot on the internet knows how to manage the word.
Fucking Jimmy Kimmel and his, that's like a word that we're hearing a lot now. Fuck you. It was mismanaged.
Some idiot on the internet knows how to manage the worst fire in LA, sitting there in his underwear. You know what? Looking at the footage on the internet, I have determined that this here was mismanaged.
What the fuck,
very good to see you.
Silver?
I heard you
Because
had to
okay,
evacuate.
there's so many. Like, if you're keeping up with what the situation is, and like if you're keeping up with what's going on, then you will know that there's certain things. Okay, how do I say this? Okay, he's right about certain things, because you know how everyone and their mom's going to have an opinion. Like, so he's right in that sense of like, you know, everyone and their mom's going to have an opinion on how to run the show. And the internet's like that, you know, everyone's going to opinion just as assholes, right? We all have it. Now, some people are retarded with their opinions, and some people, you know, have some very valid opinions. And one of the most valid opinions is, what the fuck happened? Because it's not so much that we like like the winds weren't a problem. Yes, the winds were a huge problem. It's a massive issue. But it's not that like the fires could have been avoided. It's just that most of the damage could have been mitigated had some of the stuff happened. Like, had that reservoir been full, had, you know, the fire hydrants not been empty, had, you know, like some of these things, like had some of the brush fires or the wooded areas, the brush has been trimmed a little bit more through forest management and stuff like that. Now, mind you, in the Palisades, that didn't really start like in the bushy area, because I mean, it's dry in LA, but that wasn't an area that, you know, the forest management thing kind of goes into play. It doesn't, because it's a residential area. And the winds were very high, but it wasn't like it does have to do with mismanagement though. So the damage definitely could have been mitigated and stopped. And you know, the fires, we did this show last week. I did this show with you guys last week where we were talking about the fires. They had just kind of started. It's been 7 days and they're still going. I mean, it's kind of insane if you really think about it. They haven't been able to put it out. They're saying tonight's going to be another one of those insane windy nights that's going to probably spread it more. So there's a lot of stuff that's happened, and a lot of people have been complete letdowns, like Gavin Newsom and that mayor. And there's just certain people that have there has to be accountability had here because of the mismanagement of the situation. The budget's being cut. I mean, there's just so much. There's just so much mismanagement that's happened, and there is no denying it. Like this, it's objective reality. And then here's Bill Burr. He's got all the jokes, and he's like, "While, I mean, granted, his house is also burned down. Maybe that's what he's using as a humor tactic to kind of be like, oh well, you know, what are you gonna do?" But there's a lot of people who are not as well off as Bill Burr and aren't going on Jimmy Kimmel to make the fucking jokes. And it seems very tone deaf. And you know, sometimes, yeah, maybe you should blame the fucking establishment a little bit. It's absolutely ridiculous that they're not, like, he's just sitting there and, you know, he's got the jokes or whatever.
Yeah, unlike the internet, you know.
Yeah, right. I will say one thing about the internet being dumb as fuck. Like, I did hear, for example, one of those comments where like people were talking about like the like using the ocean water, because apparently like the California Coast Guard and California has 2 giant, massive, like boats in the ocean that are like fire boats, like they're to put out fires like in the middle of the ocean, and they could use those to get rid of some of this fire, and they haven't been. And one of the reasons they haven't been is because they're saying like, oh, salt water like is bad for, you know, salting the earth or whatever. Like it's bad for the environment, and it's bad to like for the thing because salt rusts things. But here's my deal with that. If you rather have like, you know, rust or fire, I kind of will take rust. Like, you know, call me crazy, but how about you guys like just put out the fucking fire and then you can deal with the rust. Like, you know, you can wash it off. Like you can wash off the salt water. Like this whole thing with the rust and the salt, like water from the sea being bad for everything. Like, give me a fucking break. Like you guys have lost your entire livelihoods because you're trying to avoid rust. Like it's kind of fucking insane. Like salt, like, you know, like salt rusting things, like, you know, metals and all the different things. And of course, like the, you know, getting rid of trees and stuff like that, or plants. It's like salting the earth is bad. You can wash the soil, man. It's just salt. Like you could, the fire is going to destroy your fucking house. It's gone. It's over. So I don't understand when they're not using the tankers. I don't understand why they're not using any of that shit. It's like, I'm just gonna, no, I know that, Spike, but they're also scared that it's gonna create rust on like different things, like buildings and like that's what I was reading online because some people are really fucking dumb and they're like, oh, we can't use salt water because it's gonna destroy the ground and make it impossible for things to grow again, which is also untrue. And also it's going to create rust on like buildings and whatever else, and like, you know, make it so that it's like it's going to corrode, as if it's like acid rain, like as if it's like Chernobyl, like it's like what's it called, like as if it's like nuclear holocaust rain instead of salt water. It's just fucking salt water, bro. I mean, the shit that I've read online, it's actually kind of insane. Like I can't even explain to you how fucking retarded it is. Yes, it's unbelievable some of the arguments that you hear from people. Like they have no idea what's going on. They have no idea what's going on. And then they're like, oh my God, salt water is so bad. It's going to corrode the earth. Bro, it's salt water. You know what's worse? Your entire city being destroyed by fire. That I'm just telling you right now. That's worse. This is true. That's true. Palm trees have no problem with salt water. This is correct because, and that like palm trees live, I mean, they're here. It's very, it's just all very annoying. And so there is some, like, I'm just saying there's some parts of what he's saying that's correct. Like when people are saying, oh, they should have taken the plane into, 100-mile-an-hour winds. That's like, yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that. You're not going to take a helicopter and you're not going to fly it into the air at that point. But there's other times where you can't because the wind fluctuates, right? And you know what? The funny part is the Canadian airplanes that went there, they are using salt water because they're like, we don't give a fuck. Like, we need the water. We need to have access to it. And they're doing it anyways. Like, even if the city is like, no, don't use salt water. Apparently, the Canadian planes were like, we're just going to use it. Sorry, bro. So there you go. Bill Burr. I mean, it's weird with Bill Burr with being like, I really like the guy. I used to love his comedy. And I still kind of do. Like, I liked his new movie that he came out with, like, what's it called? Old Dads. I like that movie. And I like some of the stuff that he says sometimes. But for the most part, Bill Burr has become a fucking idiot. Like, so when he talks about stuff like this, I'm just like, I mean, first of all, just stick in your lane and just make jokes about funny shit. But like, I don't know. And he's got this like new special coming out on Hulu. And before I heard this clip, I was kind of excited about that. But now I'm like, this is just so disappointing. It's like, it's always so disappointing with these people. Like one disappointment after another. I feel like that's what's been going on too. Hey, what's up, Galadorn? I didn't see you. His wife is woke. His wife is woke. That's true. This is also true. Again, 20 years ago wouldn't have happened if the emergency services were badass. I mean, like there's just been a lot of letdowns. Like there's just been a lot of dropping the ball. Like people have dropped the ball. Now, I love the fact that there's people getting involved like Paris Hilton. And I know a lot of people who are on the ground doing a lot of things. And one of the reasons that I actually didn't like this whole DEI conversation was because I felt like it was being taken away a lot from the actual men and women on the ground right now who are fighting the actual fire. I thought the conversation was being taken away from them a little bit because there are actual heroes in the firefighting forces right now as we speak, fighting these fires. And I mean, it's like a hellscape over there and there are heroes. So it's kind of like really, it's a little annoying to see the conversation be like, oh, DEI, and none of them are qualified to be there and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, it's a bad conversation to be having right now. I feel like let's have this conversation after the fire is out, first of all. And like, not everyone's out there, like literally risking their lives to rescue people and like rescue properties and whatever else. I think that's like a later conversation to be had, but I mean, I'm still not going to deny that it's happening. I mean, I saw that clip of that giant fire chief, which I still can't tell if it was a man or a woman. Maybe you guys can tell me because I couldn't figure it out. But like that DEI fire chief person, like I was like, how are you? Like I can't even figure it out. DEI. Oh my God, I literally just put DEI and Twitter because I forgot to put fire or LA fire. And this came up immediately. It was like the first thing that came up. So this is, I don't even know if this is a man or a woman.
You want to see somebody that responds to your house, your emergency, whether it's a medical call or a fire call, that looks like you. It gives that person a little bit more ease.
Isn't this
knowing
person
that
an actress? Like, I don't even think this person is, I don't think this person's a real firefighter. I think that's an actress.
Knowing that somebody might understand their situation better. Is she strong enough to do this? Or you couldn't carry my husband out of a fire, which my response is he got himself in the wrong place if I have to carry him out of a fire. You want to see somebody that.
So this is like, I don't like that this is the conversation. I don't like that we're talking about this person when we can be talking about, you know, all the heroes out there risking their lives. But there's no denying that this exists and that this person said what they said. I mean, it's disgusting. Like, I don't like that. So when I see someone like Bill Burr sitting there and just kind of like gaslighting everybody, it's like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? I don't like the gaslighting. Stop gaslighting everybody. That is disappointing for me. I don't like the gaslighting. Adam Carolla talked about DEI in the fire department. You know, I think I saw that clip on Piers Morgan. Let me see if I can pull that up. I was actually watching that Piers Morgan episode and then I got distracted and I couldn't watch that anymore. Maybe I'll let's see if I can put it on Piers Morgan. Wait, what is this? I just saw some clickbait and I'm like, oh my God. Okay, never mind. I just saw some major clickbait by Camelot. Okay, here is the Piers Morgan. I'm pretty sure Piers Morgan brought up the whole thing about Adam Carolla because he was supposed to talk to him. Okay, here it is. Let me get this. So on his panel, he had a bunch of people talking about the fire thing. And then I guess Adam Carolla does come on, and I think he talks about the DEI thing. Where is it? Let me just fast forward it to when he comes on. Okay, here we go. Okay, we'll go here.
Thank you, Piers.
Thank you.
Well, the comedian, podcaster, and lifelong LA resident Adam Carolla has made headlines throughout this crisis with a stinging rebuke of the Democrats and their mismanagement of the state. And he joins me now. Adam, great to talk to you. I've been watching your visceral rage pouring out in various ways over the last few days and cheering you on. What is your view? As we sit here now, we're facing another barrage potentially in the next 48 hours. It could make this exponentially worse, this crisis. What is your view of where we are with this in terms of the political dimension?
I should preface this by saying, Piers, that I didn't pick the painting out behind me. I'm at a hotel. in Burbank, California. So I
was a
not
bit
have
worried
gone
about your
shopping
taste
for that art. Yeah. You know, my takes, I lived here my entire life. I live in Los Angeles my entire life. And I was always, you know, Democrat, sort of left-leaning, progressive. I'm an atheist. I'm not a gun owner. You know, and I was with most of the policy, legalized pot and, you know, legalized non-consensual or consensual crimes, prostitution, stuff like that. You know, I'm a guy from California and I was progressive. But I was sort of Bill Clinton, you know, Democrat. And then they sort of kept going with sanctuary cities and no one's illegal and open
Regular
the borders
Democrat.
and all the DEI and the LGBT stuff. And that's when I thought, now we're getting into some territory that is going to be destructive. And I would sort of distill it to what we've done with the fires and everything else as sort of what we did with declaring we're sanctuary city. It's great. We declare it. Everyone's a hero. Everyone pats themselves on the back. And then the first busload of migrants gets dropped off in front of your house and everyone runs in a circle and panics and yells, what are we doing?
Yeah. And we were just having a debate about the DEI aspect to all this. And you saw the advertising that was being done by the fire department, almost making a virtue of you want to have someone like me come and save you. When in fact, I don't know about you, but I just want someone who can save me. I don't actually care what they look like or what their skin color is or what their sexuality is or any of those things.
There seems to be a lot of projection on that side about race, which is nobody I know cares a damn about who helps them. Who, whatever, a paramedic, a first responder, someone coming into, I'll put it to you this way. I know guys who may rather be with a white prostitute than a black prostitute or an Asian prostitute. They have their preferences.
Wow.
I don't know anyone who has a preference about who's coming into their home when it's on fire.
I didn't expect
that's what
that.
I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, it's as simple as that, isn't it? Where are you on Gavin Newsom?
Why do you have to take it to prostitution?
I have a long sort of running bad history with Gavin Newsom because he came on my podcast many years ago and started lying about race and agitating race baiting and hustling and just doing whatever they do, which I think is horribly destructive. And you know what I want to say to these people is all your race hustling doesn't really hurt me. I'm rich. I'm fine. It hurts the race that you're agitating constantly, trying to convince them that they're not wanted in a progressive city in modern times, which is insane. Biden did a ton of race hustling. The race hustling hurts the race you're talking about, is essentially what I'm saying. Biden's incompetent, but Newsom's incompetent in that he doesn't really care about the sort of boring part of politics. The boring part of politics is kind of the nuts and the bolts, the filling of the aqueducts and that kind of thing.
The boring part of politics, like doing your fucking job and making sure that the fucking, like the aqueducts or the reservoir is full. The boring part of the job, like the actual job where you have to actually make sure that, there's a budget planned for and contingencies planned for a place that is constantly getting wildfires. You mean that part of the job? I mean, that's fucking insane to me.
There's a kind of a fun part where you're on the, parade float and you're, and you get to announce we're doing something no one else has ever done. We're going to outlaw gas-powered leaf blowers by 2031, and everyone goes, whoa, you're the first to do that. And then the rest is a bunch of bean counting nuts and boring stuff that the progressive politicians don't want to do because it is kind of behind the scenes, very non-glitz and glamorous, boring stuff, but it is the most essential stuff.
Yeah, and there was a fascinating exchange between a woman called Rachel Darvish, who went up to Newsom when he was in one of the streets where there had been burned houses. And Newsom claimed to be on the phone to President Biden, and this happened.
That was my daughter's school, Governor. Please tell me what you're going to do. I'm not going to hurt him, I promise.
Oh, by the way, I've spoken to people who actually know her, and she's a very famous lawyer in Los Angeles. That's why she was able to do this. And she already had cameras there and everything because she's a very well-versed lawyer.
Right now, to specifically answer the question of what we can do for you and your daughter.
Can I hear your call? Because I don't believe it.
I'm sorry. There's literally, I tried 5 times. That's why I'm walking around to make.
Why is the president not taking your call?
Because it's not going.
Because it's not going what the fuck fucking ad
So let's get it.
because it's not going through. Meanwhile, so everybody's cell service was down at the time, and that's part of his job is to make sure that people get fucking cell service. So it was funny because at the time when this was happening, Elon Musk was tweeting we're bringing Starlink to over there so everybody can get online so that people can contact people like Gavin Newsom should be able to contact the freaking president on Starlink.
Let's get it. I want to be here when you call the president.
I found that a fascinating exchange because she was real, visceral, passionate. And he looked increasingly fake and smarmy and kept smirking inappropriately. And was clearly lying to him about being on the phone to Biden at the time or whatever it was. All of it was like a meeting of two different worlds. One, the slick willy politician, and one, the real-time woman who was seeing a school potentially disintegrating.
Yeah, I agreed. I had this thought last night before I went to bed. I think that form of politicking is gone. It may be forever gone. Out with soap operas and, just sort of bad over the top theatrics. Like maybe it's all going to be, and there'll be a Democratic version of Trump, but I think it's all just going to be that from this day forth. And I think he is of the old chapter of politics where you.
Let me say something real quick, Spike. Spike says, I'm ashamed that my state voted that Patrick Bateman psycho. Here's the thing, Spike, and I'm probably not going to be able to say this on YouTube, and I probably shouldn't. But we know there's always funny business going on in California. I don't think that they did. I don't think they did. There's a lot of funny business going on over there.
Just, sort of kissing babies and just going, I've never talked to my son one time about business ever. And just sort of storming out of the room. I don't know, maybe we can't pull it off in the digital world anymore. I mean, he's literally getting digitally busted because he's saying, let me see. In the past, you could have just said, I spoke to the president 10 minutes ago and I'm calling him from my limousine, but you can't get away with it anymore. And yes, he's a liar and he's sociopathic, but people of California are really, they're not stupid, but they're so ideological that they will vote for someone who's a BS artist like Newsom if he fits the bill over somebody like my friend Larry Elder.
I mean, I got into an argument with Mark Lamont Hill earlier about Karen
Larry
Bass
Elder.
Because I said, it's hard. She was up against a billionaire candidate and she won. And I felt at the time, and I feel it massively more now, but a lot of people in Los Angeles have been almost like Elon Musk would say, about their minds invaded by the woke mind virus, and they were just going to vote for the black woman candidate, whatever happened, against this privileged guy as they saw it. And he got very incensed by that and said, you can't say DEI about a democratically elected politician, but in a way you can. If vast swathes of the electorate, it seems to me, get infected with this mindset, you can.
Oh yeah, listen, my mom, would have and probably did before she died vote for Karen Bass simply because we love the idea of having a female of color as the first. We get very caught up in the first. We're going to be the first to have this. We're going to be the first to have that.
Oh my God,
and,
first.
It is, and it's interesting because it's not a.
I can't wait until all the firsts are over. I'm so over the first thing.
DEI higher because it's a vote, but it's a DEI mindset.
Yes, that's the point I made. Exactly that point. Yes. And I think it's real. It's real.
Oh, for sure. And it's not that these people's hearts aren't in the wrong place. They really think to themselves, look, we've had this type of person run the city for an extended period of time. Let's have another type of person. I will mention that because I've been here a long time. Tom Bradley was a black man who ran the city all through the early 70s. I mean, Tom Bradley International Airport in LAX is named after Tom Bradley. It's been 50 years plus. So it's not like this is so new and so fresh. We were progressive enough to vote in Tom Bradley. And by the way, I don't even remember if Tom Bradley was Democrat or Republican. He seemed to do a good job, and people seemed to like him regardless of skin color 50-something years ago.
There are various celebrities getting caught up in this in different ways. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex, as they call themselves, Meghan and Harry,
oh my God,
the damage from they came down to LA from their mansion in Montecito. And the actress Justine Bateman wrote online, Meghan Markle and Harry are no better than ambulance chasers. What a repulsive photo op they achieved. They're touring the damage. Are they politicians now? They don't live here. They're tourists, disaster tourists. What do you think of that?
I just think they're both zeros, and I don't get why we're enamored with zeros, and it's a real Hollywood thing. Like they have, remember Michael Avenatti and all the.
Oh, that was funny. We've heard the term zeros around here sometimes, and
ladies from The View are in love with the criminal shyster, Michael Avenatti, for 10 minutes. There's everyone in Hollywood is so gullible, and they're gullible, and it's all sort of predictable and gullible and sad, and that, these people have money, and they have a title, and they speak with a cool accent, so we're going to go worship at their altar. Those two are zeros. I don't think they have a thought in their head. They give them multi-million-dollar podcasting deals, except they don't have anything to say. It's really sort of sad. We sit around and we kind of make fun of your system for anointing these people. Then they come here and we all fawn over them like idiots.
Exactly my point. At least they're our monarchy. You have nothing to do with them, and yet you still treat them with the same deference. I'm glad you don't.
Yes, I know they're 40-year-old idiots who aren't fat. That's all I got.
Adam, what do you think is going to happen after this? Once we get through this week and the damage is what it is, and the repair work has to start. I saw a very interesting thing you did a couple of days ago talking about permits. A very simple thing, but this Democrat-run city is part of a Democrat-run state. People are going to find out that however wealthy you are, actually getting permits through the bureaucratic system to be able to rebuild your home could prove to be incredibly difficult, and that process may lead a lot of people who may have been naturally skewed Democrat to end up switching and going red.
Yeah, well, what I was mentioning was a couple of stories. One is Bill Maher, who, if you know, is acting toward the center because he tried to get solar at his home about 4 years ago and ran headlong into the bureaucratic state. And 3 years in with no solar and still trying to pull permits, he was like, what the hell is going on around here? So he experienced it
That's
firsthand.
interesting.
Suzanne Summers and Alan Hamill, Susan passed recently, but they're good friends of ours. They had their house burned down in Malibu and they could not get it past the Coastal Commission. I mean, Alan told me this and Suzanne told me this. They said, look, 7 years of arguing with these people. We said, F it, we're moving to Palm Springs. We can't do this anymore. They weren't young at the time. We don't, you're 70 years old. You don't have 10 years to dick around with the bureaucratic system. And by the way, it's not like the city pays for the rebuild. You pay for everything. Right. They just let you do it. You have to pay for the permit. He said, we couldn't take it anymore. We love Malibu. We loved our home. We couldn't do it. So if LA tries to pull that on these people, they're going to see a lot of flight. And they're going to convert a lot of people from blue to red. They better streamline and expedite it because you're going to have a lot of pissed off campers when literally the Winnebagos that sell meth slide onto PCH and all the bums and junkies live there for free. And you're still arguing with the city, trying to pull permits for a house that's going to take 3 years to turn the first shovel load of dirt over for. That's going to anger a lot of people.
That's insane.
Anna Crowley, great to have you back on Uncensored. Thank you very much.
Well, there we go. That was crazy. And you know what? I mean, he's right about so much of the stuff that he just said. And then Galadorn was saying we're running out of water 3 years ago from population growth. Then we wasted the last 2 years of rain. You know what? It's so interesting that you say that because I've been speaking with a lot of people I know in California as well. And they said this exact same thing as you. A lot of the locals were saying that the population growth has been just insane. Like there's just not enough. For everyone. There's just not enough stuff for everybody because it's just overpopulated. Now, the interesting part is that there's been a mass exodus and people are starting to leave. A lot of people have left California now, like Gary from Nerdrotic, he's left California. I mean, Joe Rogan left. A lot of people have left because of them. People like them. Influencers have, caused people to leave California. So maybe things will balance out a little bit more, but at the same time, there's just so much corruption. Like Adam Carolla was just saying, it was just so much corruption. There's so much mismanagement. I mean, some of it is mismanagement and some of them is just downright corruption, man. I can't wrap my head around how much of it is negligence and nescience and how much of it is actual corruption. Let's see. What else did we want to talk about? It's kind of crazy, man, when you think about how much corruption is going on in California or like everywhere, really. I wonder how much of this is all going to change when Donald Trump becomes president, if any of it is going to change. I mean, I think it's interesting that even before, he's president, that peace is already being established in the Middle East, or at least, on its way. But maybe, oh God, is this Russell Hall? Neil Gaiman's homemade truffle butter for $2 says, I think they'll fast track permits after this. Oh, probably. I think you're right. Oh my God, your name. That's terrible. Oh no. You guys, the internet's awful sometimes. That's bad. Okay, let's talk about what else are we going to talk about? Lindsay says San Diego was the family vacation spot every summer when I was a kid. Seeing a state I found beloved fall apart from corruption has been depressing. I feel you, man, because I used to go to California all the time. I mean, it was kind of like my second home. I used to go there a lot. I have a lot of family there, a lot of friends. It's been extremely upsetting. It's just been all of it has been sad. Like watching it fall to homelessness and crime was devastating. And now watching it just burn down is devastating. It's just so sad on so many levels. There's a video online from 2 years ago on people who control the water rights in California. Yeah, there's a lot of weird videos out there about people who control the water and different things like that. I have seen those as well. You guys wanted to see something freaky? Now, for the YouTube disclaimer, like I have to tell you guys, this is definitely AI. But man, I tell you, AI is getting so insane. Like it's a, I you can't believe anything you see anymore.
Mr. Hegseth, are you attracted to obese Hawaiian women with a below normal IQ?
No, Senator.
Mr. Hegseth, are you aware that I used the potty all by myself today?
No, Senator.
Y'all, this is AI. It's too real, guys.
Mr. Hegseth, you seem to be pretty fertile. If confirmed, would you commit to putting a baby in me?
No, Senator.
Mr. Hegseth, are you saying under oath that you refuse to impregnate a portly Hawaiian retarded woman, even if she can use the potty all by herself? Mr. Hegseth, are you attracted?
Okay, so here's the thing. Like all jokes aside, I mean, this was really funny. But all jokes aside, can you imagine? This is, I mean, the AI has become way too advanced. Like when I first saw this clip, I did not think this was AI for a minute. I was like, wait, what the fuck what is she saying? And then I realized it was AI, but it took me a couple of seconds. And now I'm thinking to myself, like, my God, like, what the fuck? Like, if you see a video of any like world leader now, like I question it. I question things now. I don't know if what I'm looking at is real. Like if we see aliens tomorrow, we won't know because I'll be like, that's AI. Like maybe it's not, maybe it's aliens. But you wouldn't know, would you? Because we question everything now. It's fucking insane. I can't like I don't think anything is real anymore. I'm like, what is real? How do you define real anymore? It's just kind of crazy. Oh no. Neil Gaiman's homemade truffle butter for $5 says, "Rejoice over the fallen city of Babylon, for God hath avenged you." What? Avenged you on her. In other words, let the heathens burn. But there's a lot of people who aren't heathens over there, dude. There's some people who are just, getting caught in the crossfires. They're innocent. So I don't really believe in this because I know people personally who've lost their homes and they're good people and they're not heathens. So I can't really go with you there. Spike Insanity says that's Russell Hall, Nina. But how come he doesn't have a mustache on his picture like the way he usually does so that we can all know it's Russell Hall? Devil says, yo mama. Yo mama. What? Nina is AI. Look at the perfect eyebrows. They're not perfect right now. Actually, I need to go get my eyebrows done. And I'm excited. But I'm gonna I'm actually kind of like really annoyed because they're not really like perfect. And I gotta let them grow because my birthday is coming up on the 28th. And I want to have them perfect for my birthday. So I have to go in not this weekend, but next weekend to get them done. And I'm like, oh, like I can't touch them. I can't tweeze them because I got to go get them done. I need to they need to be a little bit unkempt for you to go get them done. And this next week is going to be crucial about keeping it unkempt. He's doing a land on the legs butter takeoff. I know he is. I know the picture, but usually he puts a mustache on the people. So then, you know it's Russell. But also, of course it's Russell. Like who else would it be? He's obsessed with this Neil Gaiman story. Did you go read the full details, Russell? Russell for 5 says the mustache is perhaps a bit harder to see. It turned out a little browner than most of my mustaches for some odd reason. Russell! Oh, you're terrible. You're awful. You're just a terrible person. Oh my God. You're going to hell. See, speaking of heathens, freaking Russell Hallman. Okay. Let's talk about Daredevil. I can't watch the whole trailer because it's going to get claimed probably, but what did everybody think about the new Daredevil trailer? Did you guys watch it? I mean, I hope you guys watched it. I mean, I thought it was pretty good. It's pretty good.
Fine.
I will say this. Well, first of all, I didn't see Echo, so I haven't seen I haven't seen Daredevil season 3 because when they canceled it, I was so angry that they canceled it that I was like, that I'm not gonna watch season 3 because why the fuck would I watch season 3? Why would I invest any more time into something that's just gonna be canceled? And then so I was like, wait, what? Anna, Nina's baby. Oh my God. Okay. Anna. Okay. Link incoming. Hold on. Okay. I sent you the thing. Anna's coming. Yay. We can talk about Daredevil together. Whoa. Kingpin lost weight. Yeah. You know what? You're right. But anyway, so I haven't seen Daredevil season 3 because I was like, I'm not watching this because I'm mad. I was bitter. So I was like, I'm not watching it. And then I didn't watch Echo because I heard well, first of all, I had no interest in watching Echo because I don't care about I just didn't care about Echo. I was like, this is not made for me. I was like, this is not made for me. I'm not going to watch the show. I watched. Oh, there she is. Hi, Anna. Oh, hold on. Wait. What is this? Hang on. There we go. Hi, Anna.
Hello. Hold on. Let me set up my microphone. What's up?
Not much. We're just talking about Daredevil. Did you see the new trailer?
I did not.
You
heard it's
didn't?
good.
Okay,
I
well,
heard
we
it-
can watch it. We can watch it here so you can get a reaction. Do you want to do a reaction?
No, I don't care about any of that. I heard it's good though.
Okay, well, do you want to watch it on here? We can.
Yeah, we can watch it. I don't need to do a reaction.
Okay, here we go.
Thank you for finding the time.
I will admit, it's not entirely unpleasant seeing you again. A lot of time has passed. By the look of it, you've come up in the world.
Wait, is this like old footage or is that like new footage?
I think it's all new. I don't know.
Okay, so they're all there in this new one. So this chick's in it too. That's great.
The world.
I could say the same about you.
Although I have no idea what happened in season 3. Anna, did you watch this 3rd season of Daredevil?
I didn't even watch the 2nd season.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't watch the 3rd season.
The mayor serves his city. I can see you're not entirely convinced.
Can you blame me? I can't shake the feeling that you're gaming the system.
Why did you stop being a vigilante?
The line was crossed.
It's hard to come to terms with a violent nature. Hating the power it has over us.
This city can't go unchecked.
Hey, it's Cecil. What's Cecil doing in here?
Getting his cameo.
What?
Getting his cameo.
Yeah, he's got a cameo. Cecil's cameo.
Sometimes peace needs to be broken. Chaos must reign.
Mind putting the hatchet down?
It's the Punisher. He's in it.
I was raised to believe in grace.
Look at Cecil again.
To believe in retribution.
Whoa, he has so many masks. Ouch. Ugh. Bones Breaking on Disney Plus. Born Again on March 4th. There you go. I think that was it. Is that it? Yeah, that's it.
Woo.
Thoughts, Anna? What did you think?
I don't care.
Are you gonna watch it?
Nope.
I think I'm gonna watch it, but I'm not gonna pay for Disney Plus. I will. I'm planning on watching the 3rd season for sure because I'm gonna watch the 3rd season. But then I heard that they also destroyed the Kingpin on Echo. Like they made him like a little bitch, I guess. I don't know. Like they made him like get beat up by Echo.
Mm.
So like now it's like, you know, like it's how, I guess his comeback. I mean, same with Daredevil because they made him like do the walk of shame and She-Hulk. So I guess it's kind of like a comeback for both of them. It's weird.
So they both got shamed by women, so now they're gonna come back and do and murder everyone.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my gosh.
How are you? How have you been? I haven't talked to you since before you gave birth.
I'm so tired, man.
Oh man, tell me about like what's going on. Life as a mom.
Well, she just learned that if she screams or make loud noises, we both come running.
Oh, that's so cute. So she's manipulating you and like constantly yells for you now, right?
Well, now she knows how to get what she wants, and I'm like, oh damn it. And she doesn't like sleeping in her crib. She has to sleep like on top of me. And
oh, that's
I
cute.
drool when I sleep, and so she's just like me. She drools too, so I wake up with like a puddle of drool, like baby drool on me.
Oh, that's so cute.
I know it is so cute, so it doesn't bother me, but it's the best.
What's your favorite thing about being a mom so far?
I don't know, just looking at her.
Oh, that's so sweet.
She's so cute. Oh, you've seen pictures of her, so you know.
Yes, I have seen pictures of her. I thought it was really cute. Like your first baby photo shoot was really cute. I was like, of course she's doing her.
I'm supposed to get those like the final photos in like either sometime this week or early next week, and I'm so excited. I'm like,
oh yay! I can't wait to see them. They look so cute. We got Russell Hall in the chat who's going by Neil Gaiman's homemade truffle butter now. For $2 says Colin Farrell should have played Kingpin. No way, man. He's the Penguin now. It's over. And also that guy's great as the Kingpin. I like Vincent D'Onofrio as the Kingpin.
I hate his voice. It annoys me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't like that.
I don't mind it. And then Russell Hall again for $2 says that was like 1/3 of Cecil. Wait, because he's not fat enough. And then also even Kingpin is on Ozempic. Yeah,
I know, right?
He lose a lot of weight. I mean, well, the last time I saw him, he was in prison, but I guess he's gone out. So like he's gotten out now. Because he got out for Echo. And I guess, yeah, he went on Ozempic, which is
Wait, the actor or the character?
The character, I mean, you just saw it. Like he was so skinny.
Oh no, I meant like went to jail. He goes to jail in the show?
Yeah, he goes to jail in the show.
Okay.
And I think it was the last, yeah, it was like the last episode of like season 2 that he got sent to jail. Because I didn't see season 3, so I don't know how he got out or if he got out or whatever. But yeah, there was just certain things about now my thing is I don't trust any of this because everyone's like, oh my god, this looks amazing, it's gonna be great. And I'm like,
It's Disney.
yeah, it's Disney Plus. Like, are we trusting that this is gonna be good? I mean, yeah, okay, like somebody broke an arm or whatever. So it does look like it's gonna be violent, like Deadpool and Wolverine. And I guess they've gotten like Disney's gotten that taste now for violence, like, and they've gotten paid a lot of money now from like Deadpool and Wolverine. So they're like, oh, maybe there's a market here, right?
Oh, it's almost like Disney isn't made off of stories where they kill the parents within like the first 5 minutes of every movie.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Like Pinocchio, like, oh hey kids, like go eat some candy and turn into a freaking dog and get sold into slavery.
Yeah, totally. Or like Bambi or any of them. Like they all have like death bombs and stuff. Okay, we got that one. Thank you, Russell. And then Russell Hall for $2 says, so Kingpin is shitting his pants every scene. Ew.
Oh, from Ozempic?
Yeah, I guess so. Now, okay, here, let me ask you a question since Russell Hall is bringing up this whole Neil Gaiman thing.
No, yay.
Have you heard what's going on with the whole Neil Gaiman thing?
I have.
Okay, what are
Do
your
you
thoughts
know?
on that? Because yes, I read it and I was like, I mean, I didn't read the whole thing, but I read like the gist, and ew, like there's so much of it that I was just like, oh my god, this is so disturbing and fucked up. But I guess like the question
Well, my
is,
thing is, I'm like, I'm fail. I get it. He's weird. He's into weird kinky shit. But I'm like, aside from like somebody alleging, and I didn't see this in the article because I haven't read the article, but from what are people alleging that he raped someone? Because if he raped someone, then yeah, that's fucked up. But everything else, I'm just like, it just sounds like the dude's a fucking weirdo with a weird sex life. Like, there's no crime there.
yeah, well, apparently there's rape. Like, there's definitely rape involved. So it's not just,
But is it
him being
actual
weird.
rape, or is it just a girl that like regrets sleeping with him and is trying to like jump on the bandwagon?
From what I understand, it's both. One of them is really weird because it's like one of them is the babysitter, and that one's kind of disturbing.
The one that's like friends with his wife, the lesbian chick.
I think so. And then the other one is really weird because it's like it was like the gardener's wife or something like that, and then she started living with them. I don't know, something weird about somebody that they worked with now lives there, and then he was using sex like with her, and then he was paying her off to keep banging her, and then like basically tell her like I'm not like to not tell anyone because he was having like forceful sex with her, I guess, like because she was saying no, but then he paid her off, and then she kept living there, and then he was like, if you leave and tell people, then you can't live here anymore, obviously, and like I'll take away all the stuff that I've given you, kind of thing. So it's just like a really weird scenario where like he's just using his power to keep this woman there, but then I'm like, she has a choice to leave. Like, she could leave at any time, but then she's still there. So I don't know. There's just so many weird things with the case. Like, I'm just like, I don't understand. But then, you get into the whole thing with the butter and
the butter. What happened with butter?
Oh God! So you haven't read the whole thing?
No, I've just seen like the little snippets that are on Twitter or in group chats. What happened
God.
with butter? Do I want to know?
No, you don't want to know. I
saw this stuff about like the poop, and like he like shoved his like dick in her ass and then put it in her mouth, and there's poop on it or something.
Oh God, yes. There's all that.
But again,
and then
I'm just like, none of
he
this is a
basically
crime.
used butter as like lubricant to do that.
Is he trying to like land Melanie Mac?
I don't know. Oh my God. Ugh. So many. So, but then that's why like Russell Hall's changed his name to like the butter.
The butter. Okay, I get the butter thing now. I didn't get to that part of the article apparently, but it just seems like the guy has a weird sex life and vindictive girls trying to get money.
Russell Hall for 2 says he didn't force himself on any of those women. Well, they're saying that he did, Russell. So I don't know. And some of the details are really fucking graphic. So I'm like, I don't automatically disbelieve these women. I'm just like, okay, this is too weird and graphic.
I want to know what's going on right now, or they just had to have this all come out right now, is my suspicion.
Yeah, why? That's a good question. Like, why now?
Also, you like how we went everyone freaking out about the fires to talking about Neil Gaiman in like a split second?
Like within seconds, yeah. I mean, I've been talking about the fire for a while though.
Well, I don't just mean you personally. I mean like the whole internet.
Yeah,
like
the whole
my
internet.
entire feed went from fires to Neil Gaiman's sex life in the blink of an eye.
Yeah. I mean, that's how the news travels fast. And now it's like, I mean, my timeline's all like peace in the Middle East and Biden, like, you know, he established peace even though he didn't do shit for like so long. And now it's just like, and then it's just, yeah, because it went from fires to Neil Gaiman to now this, and tomorrow it'll be something else.
What's happening in the Middle East?
Apparently peace has been established between Israel and Palestine. Well, there's a major ceasefire, and they're trying to figure out, hopefully it becomes a permanent solution. Biden's taking credit, but everybody knows it's basically Donald Trump that
because they're all afraid that he's gonna bomb them or something.
Or, well, we don't know. Like, we don't know what kind of maybe tariffs or sanctions or whatever he threatened Israel with. I don't know, but he sent somebody there to go talk to them, and then within days or within within hours of that meeting, it was over. So it's like, who knows what went down in that meeting. Thank you. Russell says #believe no women. I don't believe anyone like automatically. No man, no woman.
Show them receipts, bitches.
Exactly. And then again for $2, Russell says the butter probably helped the taste at least. Ew.
Oh my God.
So gross, bro. Ugh. I can't believe it's not butter for $1.99. Oh no.
Jesus.
Butter is not just for toast anymore. Oh my God.
That's Neil Gaiman, I guess.
I guess so. Oh wow. You just celebrated your 20th super chat by saying this. Thank you. That's what it says on the Twitter thing. What's going on with Melanie Mack? Like, is she getting canceled? I don't know what's happening with her.
From what I saw, I think she's proud of them trying to cancel her.
They're trying to cancel her.
Was that article like supposed to be defamatory? I don't know.
I don't think so. Isn't that what's his name's article? John Delarose?
I don't know.
Yeah, because I think Fandom Pulse is John Delarose's website, isn't it?
I don't know. Not up to date on the John Delarose stuff.
I think Russell Hall will know, or people in the chat will probably know. But so I don't know what's going on with Melanie Mack, but some people are like calling her a hypocrite or something because it says Melanie Mack says get the perverts out of gaming and games based on lustful intent lack substance. And then I guess some people are like pointing out that, you know, she likes Lara Croft and she didn't mind that other, what's it called? Stellar Blade or whatever, like that other game. But then all of a sudden she's like saying things like she doesn't care for, you know, sexiness in video games or whatever. They're like lustful. And so people are like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, pick a lane. What is this? This is from John Malin. It says, what about tatted up YouTube goth chicks with 3 pounds of makeup, sleeveless shirts, and low neck lines exposing cleavage to lure the eyes of men for views? Subscribe. Damn, is this Malin? Jesus Christ, Malin. lure the eyes of men for views, subscribers, and money, and then lecture others on negativity of lust. Let's purify the world from all the content and make our genitals move and brainstem. Oh my God. What is this? I don't know how to respond to that. I don't
See, I
necessarily
take a
agree.
break and the internet loses its goddamn mind.
I know everybody's always getting canceled all the time. I mean, I think it's an interesting perspective that people are like, because I saw somebody else had shared earlier that they were like, you know, I think even Hypnotic was like, well, don't you like, what's it called? Like, don't you like Laura Croft? And I guess people are just calling her out on her not being like consistent with her messaging.
Yeah, I'm at that point where I'm like, I just don't care. I mean, watching it and lurking is one thing, but like, I don't know.
I don't care either. I find
perspective was, I guess, like the biggest change after having baby is like, there's so many things that I would have like, oh, let me give my opinion on this, and now I'm just like, my opinion is I don't care. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I'm like, I don't really care about this at all.
Like, a girl on the internet said something, and she might have, you know. Now I'm blanking on the word. Yeah, might have been hypocritical of stuff that she said in the past, and I'm just like, so who cares?
But also, like, don't people change their minds all the time? Like, that's the other thing, right? Like, maybe she just changed her mind. I don't know.
I feel like the past few years has been like soul searching in a way, because how much she's gone through and like changed. Like, she had to move because of a stalker, and now, I don't know,
that's rough.
she's gotten really into that Bible stuff, so she's doing that Bible channel. So I'm like, yeah, maybe she's changed her mind, but I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she'll make a response video and then we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Russell Hall for 5 says the collapse of Syria and its impending implosion is likely why Israel pumped the brakes. Oh, Israel. It's going to be Neil Gaiman level shitstorm. Jesus, Russell. I love how like you're so kind of up to date with world politics, but then you also throw in the fucking Neil Gaiman
reference
in the end.
You know what movie I just watched that took place in the Middle East was it was with Jake Gyllenhaal, and it was a Guy Ritchie movie, and it's where this one guy carries him through like Taliban territory.
Oh, I was gonna say, is it Prince of Persia? Because that one is also
no. It takes place in like during the Iraq War.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't watched any of those movies.
I never watched those movies, but it was Peaches' turn. He turned it on. It was actually good.
I don't know. I don't think
Chat
I've
know what I'm
seen
talking
any
about?
of those. Chat, which movie is it?
Afghanistan, yeah. Covenant. Yes, it was good.
Covenant? Okay, I've never seen that movie.
It's actually really good.
Russell Hall for 2 says gamers are very defensible of their jiggle physics. They are. They get mad when people are like, "Oh, maybe I don't really like the jiggle physics." Let's see. Covenant. I gotta look this up now. Covenant. Yeah, I don't really like war movies. And then at the time also, I was like kind of really anti-war at the time. So I was like, I don't really want to watch this movie. Like I was like, I don't want to watch like Middle Eastern people get killed by Americans at the time. Like it's not really my jam. It was like the same thing with that other movie that won the Oscar that year. What was it? Zero Dark 30. And everyone was like, oh, it's so good. And I was like, I don't really want to watch this movie.
Well, you're like Persian, so that makes sense.
Yeah. I'm just like, killing
the one guy in it, the Middle Eastern guy, he's the hero of the movie. And it's Jake Gyllenhaal because like he's their interpreter. And so everyone on the team dies except for him and Jake Gyllenhaal. Then Jake Gyllenhaal gets like shot, so he has to carry him through Taliban territory.
Oh,
and
that's crazy.
And he rescues him, or he gets them rescued. And then Jake Gyllenhaal gets taken out of the country, but that guy and his family go into hiding. So Jake Gyllenhaal has to go and find him and like get him visas and get him and his family out of the country before the Taliban kills him.
Oh, damn. That's crazy. That sounds like a crazy story. Is it based on a true story or is it like
yeah,
a
no,
regular
it's a true story.
Oh, that's crazy.
But
Maybe
no, I
I will
liked
watch
it a lot.
it now.
It's like you watch two different movies. It's like first it's them surviving and getting out. Then it's like rescue mission, going in and getting the guy back.
Oh, maybe I will watch it now. I mean, it's been a long time since it's been out. So
Wait, when did
don't
that
know.
movie come out? I thought it just came out.
Oh, it just came out. Oh, this is like a new one. I thought it was like 2013. It said it's 2023. This is a new movie.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah, I have
really
not watched
good.
it. Jake Gyllenhaal's good. I like him. He's good and stuff.
He's
Okay.
significantly better than his sister,
Wait, who's his sister?
Maggie Gyllenhaal. She was the girl. She played Rachel in The Dark Knight. She's also the girl, his sister in Donnie Darko. That's his real sister.
Oh my God, her. I always forget that she's his sister. Oh yeah, she was in Donnie Darko. God, I love that movie. Maggie Gyllenhaal, you guys. I always forget that she's Jake Gyllenhaal's sister.
They
I
look
always
exactly alike too.
No, they don't. She's way uglier than he is.
Well, that's true.
It's weird because when Prince of Persia came out, I loved that movie. And then everybody was like, well, aren't you mad that he's white? And I was like, not really, because first of all, most Persian people look white. And second of all, like he's a pretty good looking white dude. So I wasn't upset about it. Like I was like, he looks pretty good. He could be Persian. So I was fine with it.
I just didn't like the ending of that movie. How like he's all in love with her and she has no memory of it.
Yeah, no, the ending wasn't great. But I mean, the movie wasn't great, like all that great either. But it was
I
still
remember
acceptable.
watching it and liking it, but wait,
It was-
isn't the princess of Persia, isn't she like British?
I don't know. What? There's a princess of Persia? What?
Well, no, the princess in that movie that he's gonna say that he falls in love with.
Oh, yeah, I think so. I mean, there's no Persian people actually in that movie. Like at all. It's all white people. I think what's his name though? The vizier. He's something. He's Middle Eastern. What's his name again? Hold on, let's see look up the movie. The vizier guy, Ben Kingsley. I think I'm pretty sure he's Middle Eastern, isn't he? He's an English actor, but what's his heritage? Because I'm pretty sure he's not. Like he was. What's it called? Let's see. He was born Krishna Pandit Bahanji, because I'm pretty sure that's Indian. So he's like an Indian dude, I think. Let's see. He's definitely not white.
I've been trying
he's
to paint
Indian.
John's eye all day today, and I just can't. The fact that he has no eyebrows, it's driving me crazy because it doesn't. It doesn't
Oh my
look right.
God, that's gotta be weird.
It's super weird. Like he's got 10 hairs, Nina, and trying to make this look right is just wrong.
Oh my God. Yeah, I guess he's Indian. This dude. So he's brown. It counts. We're all the same. Thank you. Russell for 5 says, if I had to bang Maggie Gyllenhaal, it would literally be easier for me if she was wearing a mask of her brother's face. Great body, though. See, I knew you were gay, Russell. It's when you say stuff like this when I'm like, you're so gay. So you are going to find love one day. It's just going to be with a man. I was telling him that in Infinite Hope the other night.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he's like head over heels in love with Cecil.
So he doesn't like Juju.
No, not at all.
Oh, Russell.
He feels very protective.
No.
And then Russell for 2 says, in fact, you might call her Butterface. Oh my God, ew. Russell, you're so gross. Neil Gabins. Oh wait, Russell says, I'm only prison gay.
Oh my God.
You're literally this guy. Wait, where is he?
I am not gay. I have relationships with women, sex with men.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
That's you, Russell. Wait. Yeah, he was. He did play Gandhi. And that was good. He was good in that. That was a good movie.
And that guy's a good actor.
Yeah, he is. I really like him.
He was in Ender's Game too. He had all the face tattoos.
He was in Ender's Game. I liked Ender's Game. That was good.
Did you read the book?
No, but I want to. It's been like on my list forever to read the book. Have you read the book?
Yeah, we had to read in high school.
You had to read Ender's Game in high school?
Yeah, it's a short book. It's a kid's book.
Really? I thought it's like a, what's it called? Isn't that like a trilogy?
No, it's just one book. It's pretty short, and it's kind of like The Giver.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll read it then if it's short and one book. Russell Hall for 2 says, I'm actually the dead opposite of that. So you have sex with men and relationships with women? What? I don't know what you mean. Or sex and relationship with men. Okay, gotcha. So super gay. You just got to come out of the closet, Russell. It's okay. People will like respect you, bro. Like, it's 2024. You can come out now.
It's a safe space, Russell.
It really is. Have you seen anything lately that you've enjoyed other than The Covenant?
No, I really want to watch that Nosferatu movie.
It is good.
Do you think I will like it though?
That's a tough one.
Cecil said I wouldn't like it, but I don't know.
I actually think you wouldn't like it. Like, now that I think about it. Yeah. I'm like, think about it. Like, I don't know if Anna would like it.
Why?
Well, it's long. It's slow. It's very atmospheric. Like, it's like a very, like, it's all about, like, there's a lot of feel to the movie. So it's not fast paced at all. I don't know if you would like it. It's very, I don't know. Chat, what do you think? Do you guys think Anna would like Nosferatu? I don't know if she would.
I hear like the entire movie is just him trying to have sex with Johnny Depp's daughter.
Basically, yeah.
Why?
Russell Hall for 2 says, don't make me send you a dick pic to prove myself. Ew.
How does that prove that you're not gay?
Yeah, that doesn't prove anything. Yeah, too slow for Anna. Everybody says, yeah. That's what I thought too. I think it's too slow for you. I don't know if I think your attention span is a little, you need more action. There's a lot of like setup and feeling involved in this. Cecil said you wouldn't like it either, huh?
Yeah, I'm known for not liking slow movies. I didn't know that was a thing, but apparently that's what everyone has in their mind about me.
I don't know. Don't encourage him, serious cat. What are you doing? Russell Hall for 2 says, you know what? Keep it up and I'll make it tribute photo.
Oh God.
Bro, you're not even speaking English anymore. I don't know. I like see now I'm puzzled because like I feel like you're gonna watch it and then you're gonna be like, I love that movie. Like you guys don't know me at all. But then again, I thought you would love RRR, and you were like, I hate this movie.
That movie was terrible. You know what? Actually, Nina, since you thought that I would love that movie and hate this movie, it's gonna be the opposite. I'm gonna love Nosferatu.
You're probably gonna love this one. You're right. Like now I don't know. Like I think I know you, and then you totally surprise me. So
Come on.
maybe you're gonna
You
actually
know what?
love it.
Me and Cecil, I forgot that like he was the only other person that hated that RRR movie, and we talked about it on stream about how much we hated it, and I was telling him how you clipped me talking about it drunk on your channel, and all the Indians were British.
Yeah, it's so funny. They're still like once in a blue moon, I still get comments on that video. Like, this fucking British bitch, shut up. It's really funny. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
I
the
can see
Indian-
why you didn't like it though. Like, I can understand why you wouldn't like RRR because it's a very particular.
It's very gay
taste. Like, you know, that's very Indian. Like Indian movies are like really like that. It feels kind of gay because of how Indian it is, because like, you know, they're so close.
Are Indians known for being gay?
No, but they're very close. Like they're like they have bromances, you know. So like in the West, you guys don't have bromances anymore, so you think everything is gay. But in India, like there's a lot of bromance. There's like a lot of, you know, those kind of stories of like
Lots
best
of bromance,
friends.
lots of butt sex. Gotcha.
There's not butt sex involved. See, you don't even
I'm
know
sure there
anymore. You
was.
don't even know what bromance is anymore,
I'm
Anna.
sure
It's
there
sad. Did you hear that they're remaking the Goonies?
Really?
Yeah. I was like, what the
Is
fuck?
Is it Steven Spielberg?
I don't know. I just saw this thing that was like, it says new Gremlins and Goonies in the works at Warner Bros. Via Deadline. Okay, let's go and see if Deadline's saying it's, what's his name? Goonies movie remake. Let's see what Deadline has to say about this.
So it's like the skeleton crew didn't work, so let's just redo the movie straight up.
I guess so. What the hell? This is a Deadline article that says, oh, they shut down the Goonie 2 rumors. Oh, but this is from September 13th, 2024. Okay, hold on. Let's see. What is this other? Where's the Deadline article on this? Okay. Well,
did it get wiped from existence because it's fake news?
I guess. Let's see. This is comic book. How's that possible though? Because these fuckers are like, you know, citing Deadline. Let's see. I'm gonna search this better. Deadline article. I can't find this Deadline article at all. It's almost as if it doesn't exist. Okay, well, we do have this article though. Let's see.
Are people just starting rumors?
I think so. This is from CBR. It says new Gremlin and Goonies movie are in development. Two beloved 80s movies are being revived for 2020s. For their 2020s, Warner Bros. Is currently in the early development on their third Gremlins movie, the possible Goonies reboot. According to Deadline, okay, where is this Deadline article? Okay, there we go. Oh, because the article's named something completely different. It's called "Why Warner Bros. Shook Up Its Feature Exec Rank as it braces for an auteur-driven 2025." What the fuck kind of title is this? Okay. Anyways. Warner Bros. Is developing the new Gremlins movie with Christopher Columbus and is working on Goonies treatment. No other details have been shared at this time, and the news is part of a larger look at the studio's future plans for some of the biggest franchises, including Lord of the Rings, Matrix, Oh my God, just let the fucking Matrix die, man. And the DC Universe, a sequel to its 1998 romantic fantasy film, Practical Magic, with Nicole Kidman and Sandra Bullock returning, is also in the work. Why? Oh my God,
That
they
did not
literally
need
have
a sequel.
that movie does not need a sequel. They don't have any ideas left, people. It's just a constant. This is so sad. It's just a constant, like, let's just remake everything. Creativity is fucking dead in this world. This is the article that they were talking about. So I guess this is what dropped all these rumors. I did hear that Warner Bros. Also fired their, or like not that he was fired actually. The guy that was in charge of like the Barbie, what's it called, like promos and like all the different advertisings and stuff. Yeah, the marketing. That guy left Warner Bros. Like just last week. And so I'm like, man, these guys are fucked now because Warner Bros. Is a really shitty company.
Well, you know what probably happening is that guy's house probably burned down. He wants to move out of LA.
Oh, maybe that's also true. Maybe that's what happened. But I think that was before the fires happened that he left.
Mm.
How are you guys doing over there? You're not near the fires, right? You're in Orange County.
Yeah, no, I'm like over an hour away, but everyone doesn't know the geography of California, so they think I'm really close. Yeah, I wouldn't even know that there was fires if it wasn't for Twitter, basically.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy over there. I mean, some of my family were closer to
Oh
it.
yeah, the one that you were visiting while you were here.
Yeah, but also like some of the people like I know through her, like one of their houses burnt down.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's terrible. Russell Hall, it's the head wiggle. Wait, what are we talking about?
I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking. I'm missing on
I
this
don't want to
one.
know, Russell.
Yeah, actually don't. It's like don't. The last thing I remember is you were telling me about you're going to send me a fucking dick pic, and then you're talking about it wiggling. Please don't. Jesus Christ. And then he's talking about gay Indians. Okay. All right. I've been going for a while, so I'm gonna call it. Anna, thank you for coming by. I missed you.
I missed you too. I've been taking care of Tiny Human.
Oh, Tiny. She's so cute. Have you shown baby pictures online yet?
I'm not going to.
You're not? Okay. Yeah, I feel so special because I've seen your baby and she's so cute. You guys, I will just say that she has Anna's nose. It's really cute. She's like a little baby Anna. It's really cute. She's like tiny.
I think she looks like Peaches, but
well, they do switch. Like they kind of go from one to the other. Like it's kind of weird. What are you doing? Are you like going to be streaming soon? Do you want to plug anything before we leave? What are you doing?
Just go back my calendar. That's still up currently. I'll get back to doing stuff eventually. I just taking care of a newborn has consumed all of my time.
That's understandable. She also has an art channel where she's painting eyes. Go and subscribe over there. How's your eye project coming? Is that almost over or what?
Yeah, I'm painting John's right now. It's I-200.
That's the last one.
Yeah, well, I had more than 200 submissions, so this will be.
Oh,
I know.
So are you going to keep going after it? Like, are you going to still do it?
I'm going to do all of the volunteers, so I'll get everyone, and then I'll start doing other things.
So how many do you have more?
I still have more on my phone that I haven't added in. I don't know, like probably 210.
Oh, so like it's not like 300 or something.
No,
so like
no. I'm almost done.
Okay, that's good. Oh, yay. And then you're going to do your little, what's it called?
I'll make a book for it, and then I'll do like my plan is to go on like tour with it kind of and go to like different cons and have it on display. That way people can meet me, and then if people that volunteered and have wanted to purchase their eyes, they can just pick it up from me in person.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're going to have to send me mine.
I know. I know.
I will pay you for shipping this time. But also, please fucking FedEx that shit.
I know.
Okay. Anna, it's been super fun talking to you. Let's do it again soon and more time. So that we can hang out like for reals.
Mhm.
You guys, I will be back Friday for Infinite Hope for good news. Gotta talk about good stuff because we talked about fucking crazy ass shit today. And what's going on with Chrissy? Chrissy did a show with Lil Frankie the other day. That
baby?
baby's huge now. Oh, that's so cute. She did a show with him. That's adorable. That
She better
baby
be
is.
careful about showing a baby on YouTube.
Oh, you mean like
They'll flag you for stuff sometimes.
really?
As long as
I
you, like,
didn't know that.
yeah, so you have to mark it when there's children appearing in videos.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. That makes sense. Like for like child safety and stuff.
Mhm.
Yes, join me on Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern for my good news. And I have a good news channel now, which is actually Darren's been dropping the links. So please go and subscribe over there because I will take the live show to that channel at some point when it's a little bit more established. So please go and subscribe if you're interested in good news and the, like little daily doses of good news. So thank you everybody for being here. Special thanks to those of you who super chatted, became a member, gifted memberships, all that good stuff. Thank you for supporting the channel. You guys are awesome. And I will see you guys next time. Bye, everybody. Bye.